Well, greetings again, everyone. It's me, Nick Michalak, the excellent Trent Zubiri.
Oh.
Hello.
And the stupendous Mr. Steve Frazier.
We went out of order there.
Yeah, way out of order.
I threw myself off.
You screwed me up.
The alliteration, it kind of flows into a different way sometimes. So just, hey, no problem.
Well, we're glad to be here.
So, guys, obviously we're doing a group commentary for Terminator 2, the special edition, the longer version of the film. So get your own disc or whatever case you have you're watching it on. Set up for that version first, and then turn your subtitles on. And get your time step all the way moved over to 0 so you can sync up with our commentary with a countdown, and we'll get going. So in 3, 2, 1, play.
I recently rewatched the exceptional video that you posted on your channel regarding the T2 experience on home video. What a brilliant job you did on that.
Thank you.
Compiling
that
all
took
that,
like 2 months.
Compiling all that data, and I particularly love when you do the side-by-side comparisons or the swipes to show the different transfers or color grading or what have you. Those are my favorite sections of those kinds of videos.
Thank you.
James Cameron, our old friend.
The soundtrack already. I love the soundtrack.
Oh, yeah,
the
it's
score is unreal. But what made this a special edition? Now, what am I missing here? What else is in here?
Well, there's like an extra 18 minutes of footage.
No kidding. Just spliced in and just all around?
I'm sure it's footage that you probably remember as being in the movie.
Probably, yeah.
This version's been around since like 93.
Oh, okay. Then I've probably seen this, no doubt.
Yeah, there's... Well,
I thought some new one that just came out here.
No.
There are some scenes that I'm sure you're familiar with, and we can point them out as we go. By the way, as we record this, we are 8 years away from this.
It's coming.
Yeah.
I love this right here. And crush that skull. Now, the technology upgrade from 84 to, was it 92? 91? 91 or 92?
91.
91.
We're 30 years out.
30 years out, that's right. 91. I mean, it looks, even all the devastation scenes are here, like the post-apocalyptic times that they were showing. They already look way more realistic.
I mean, the first film, I think,
That's Wall-E there in the middle.
Yeah.
First film had, I don't know, I remember like $10 million, $14 million. This thing's a $100 million movie.
Yeah.
James Cameron has a way of saying, I'm going to make the most expensive movie ever made. Which, I don't know if this was at the time, but...
Yes, it was.
I'm guessing that it was.
Yes, it was. It was the highest budgeted film up to that point.
All right. Well, then a few years later, he would make Trent and, our movie that we like, Titanic, that Nick refuses to watch, which was, at the time, a $200 million budget the most expensive movie ever made. And then, I'm not sure what he spent on Avatar, but...
I think even more than that.
I think it was more than 200. I don't know if it was the most expensive, but
it also grossed a shit ton.
Correct.
He's definitely a profitable director.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He never loses.
I remember working in the cinema, and when Titanic came out, and I knew that the general rule is you probably have to gross double your production to even break even with marketing and whatever. Yeah. And I said, this thing has to make $400 million to break even, and I was like. There's no way. It made $600 million.
Yeah. Plus what it makes on video and all that shit.
Sure.
Too. Jesus. John, that's not. I wish they would have told some story about the scar there.
Well,
if they showed the scar happen.
Well, that happens when Christian Bale takes over the role. Then after that, they don't follow up on that at all.
Okay.
But what you're saying is that what's his name here?
Furlong.
Furlong should have had a scar.
Something that would have happened
to link back.
They zoomed in on it, like there was something to it, Man, what a movie! I'll tell you while the credits are going here. I'll tell you a great story about this movie.
Please.
I used to go to Sunday school around this time, and I remember when this came on video, our teacher, we were all talking about it, and she's like, listen, if you get a permission slip from your parents, I will VHS record you a dub of this movie if you have only with a permission slip from your parents that says it's okay for me to illegally record VHS. We get to also provide the VHS.
Like to transfer onto a...
Oh, yeah, she had the 2 VCR deal.
I love that gimmick.
And Sunday school, where she taught us to lie, cheat, and steal from James Cameron.
Wow.
Like Eddie Guerrero there.
Yeah, and I sure as hell took her up on that permission slip.
That's tremendous.
I'll take it. Mom, I said, Mom, can I? And she even printed them up. Like, she printed up 4 more permission slips. Like, my son, blank, is allowed to watch Terminator 2, and for me to give him a free VHS dubbed copy. My mom signed a permission slip to get me this one.
That's awesome.
I saw it in the theater as well at that point, but then owning it was a whole other experience.
I love the burning playground.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you watch the first film, and then you go into this thing, and this is the first imagery you see is like, holy crap, this thing's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the
There's
movie's-
no doubting it, watching just the first 10 minutes of this movie.
The score is amazing.
I
love this song. Yeah. It's
I mean, at this point,
Look at this.
Arnold is the biggest star in the world. He just made Total Recall, which blew the box office apart.
Mario Casar. What else is he doing?
He was part of he was part of Carol Cove Pictures. They produced like the Rambo films and Red Heat, a couple of things here and there.
Very blue, this
Very
is.
blue.
Yeah.
Now, how is this blue created? Is this all done in post, or is there some sort of lens
I
that
think
you...
this is like a photochemical color grading.
Okay. So this is done after the fact.
If you go and watch the
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah. If you go and watch the trailers for T2, you obviously can see that it's not properly graded footage.
Oh.
I just know you have some expertise in well, not only color grading, but
Yeah.
at least, the filmmaking aspect of it.
Yeah.
And I'm always curious, like, how much of stuff is done, like, is shot and then that's what it looks like, or if they just fix everything. I just assume everything's fixed.
Yeah.
Oh, we get Arnold first again. Okay. We're going in the same order as last time. That's fine.
Yep. A lot of years between films, though. In a sense, like
Sure.
Yeah.
that's a lot. Nowadays, you got Fast and the Furious every 6 weeks. It seems like, but like this was many years. 7 years between films.
Right.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, because Arnold does Terminator, then he's kind of feeling himself out the next couple of years. Like he'll do Commando, which is good. Then it's Raw Deal. Then it's like Running Man.
You love Raw Deal.
And Predator, and then he does Twins. So he's kind of feeling
Kirk
things
Hammett?
out here and there, and then he finally hits on, this guy's the biggest thing around here. And then Cameron's also hitting off. Aliens is huge. Abyss really doesn't make much money because it was a bit of a mess getting released and stuff like that, and cut down and everything.
Yeah.
But you just know these guys are directly on the trajectory right there to make the biggest film of the entire world.
I love everyone's checking out his cock. Like every single one of them.
Wouldn't you be?
Well, the funny thing is, Arnold, when he was shooting this, he's actually wearing Bermuda shorts.
Oh, sure.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're not going to be actually naked.
Even then, it's not just like wearing like a pair of Speedos or something like that. He's actually walking around like almost like a illicit like laughter on set between takes or something.
Yeah.
Like a Hawaiian pattern on.
Look
stuff
at
like
this
that,
motorcycle dude.
Redneck bar in California.
Yeah. We kind of talked over the soundtrack by Dwight Yoakam.
So. Oh yeah, Guitars Cadillacs.
Yep. Ooh.
Ow.
I always love the background. That ooh.
Oh.
Lots of.
I love these establishing shots that show you that he's not a human.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I
Ow,
love that.
fuck
Now,
me.
he always
God
got
damn it. God damn
Can you
it.
imagine how much that would suck?
Oh, this is gonna suck more.
I always wonder, like, I go back and I'm like, who are these guys? Are any of these people, these background actors, become somebody? Or, they like to stick pro wrestlers.
I've never noticed
or
recognized anyone from that.
perpetual
They're probably
background
just-
actors.
Yeah.
Cast. What's that? What's that casting?
Central casting.
Central casting.
Central casting, yeah.
I need rednecks.
Probably most of them are probably stunt guys, I'd imagine.
That could be.
I love his hesitating throw of
Look
the
at-
keys with the.
Yeah.
There's a full gallons of Formula 409
Yeah.
in the back. You normally only see a spray bottle, but not this place.
Now, how about the little sense of comedy even thrown into this movie sometimes? Like,
Sure.
playing Bad to the Bone here.
Yeah.
You know, it's like so sitcom-y in a sense, you know, right?
It's slightly self-aware.
But like, there's a lot of that peppered into this movie.
What a look.
I think you get away with it early in the film here. And it does set up a little things when you get him dealing with Furlong and they're having a little of this slight, like, straight man comedy type of thing in a certain way.
Yeah.
Where T-800, he overreacts to everything because he just, like, he's blunt force. He doesn't really have a sense of subtlety. So they kind of play up that kind of, like, he doesn't quite blend in so well.
He's a T-800, you said?
T-800, yes.
So you're telling me that there's only probably 2 models between then and now?
Well, in the first film, Kyle Reese mentions that they had the 600 series, which had rubber skin.
Okay.
So this is the next upgrade model, and then...
And then there's got to be
one...
one...
At the moment, we're getting the T-1000. That's Patrick.
Right. So there's...
They kind of go like
I'm
on
curious,
the evens or something like that.
I'm curious if there was a T-850 or a T-900.
Well, in Terminator 3, he's a T-850.
Aha!
All right. There you go. Look at that.
Going up against the TX. Then there's a whole bunch of stuff we don't need to talk about.
Yeah. And it's so blue. It's almost distracting to me.
If it was a better transfer, because we're watching the 2015 one, not the 4K version, because the 4K version looks like dog shit.
Really?
Yeah, it's really bad.
There's some...
They smeared out all the film grain because they mastered it for the 3D experience, so they punched up all the contrast, changed all the colors, and rubbed all the film grain out of it. So this transfer is from 2003, I think.
And it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And is this the one that is the most commonly accepted color?
Yeah, this one in color grading. Yeah, this is pretty standard.
Okay.
Interesting.
I love the burning tips.
Yeah.
No partner, no backup. Who goes alone?
Right.
You don't go alone.
Well, I think
There we go.
I think a lot of cops go
Oh,
alone.
that was the
Actually,
guy from Die Hard 2.
Was it really?
he was in Die Hard too. Yeah.
He was. Now he's doing the naked yoga.
Yeah.
There's a little cock.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never noticed that before.
Yeah, Cameron was a little like, hey, ILM, you did quite clean that up as well as you said you're going to.
It's fine.
Never caught that before. I guess that's why I needed a permission slip to get
There you go.
Jeez. Connor, John.
Yeah, so this will give you a date here in just a second.
Yeah. We'll get the exact date. Here we go.
So, there you go. Date of birth 2/28/85.
Yep.
And he's 10 years old, so this takes place in 95.
Sure.
He's only 10? He's supposed to be a 10-year-old?
Yeah.
Furlong, I think it was about 12.
I think he was 13 actually.
12, 13, yeah.
There's no way is he a 10-year-old. That's for damn sure.
And the interesting thing is Furlong's voice was changing during production, so they had to re-record 99% of his dialogue after the fact.
I love that.
This is his very first movie.
Yeah.
The Trans Am, the gold Trans Am is
What's that?
sweet.
Yeah, Kesha would be happy.
You watching wrestling or boxing?
Boxing, yeah.
Boxing.
I know. I always want it to be wrestling. Is that Xander?
Oh, yeah? Senator Berkeley. He's not watching Al Pacino's TV right now.
No, he's not.
Ah.
Nobody's allowed to watch Al Pacino's TV
No.
but Al Pacino.
Come on, Todd.
Check out his fucking friend with his ginger mullet.
I love it.
It's Danny Cooksey, man. Different strokes.
That their address had 5 digits in it. It was like 19822 or something. I'm like, God damn it! Are there that many houses that you need 5 digits for a?
I'm still out buying a 10-year-old on a dirt bike.
No,
like that.
well, yeah, I'd buy on a dirt bike, but I don't buy that he's 10.
Yeah. Look at her all jacked.
Oh, man.
nuts.
Top notch.
When Cameron said, I want to bring you back, she said, I'll come back, but you have to make me crazy. Because she wanted to go the next step forward on the character.
Had they already been married at this point?
That was like late 90s. He's hooked up with Catherine Bigelow right now. I think.
Okay.
But
Yeah, we got to get our Cameron women timeline
marriage
correct.
timeline, married like 5-6 times.
Yeah, but he was only with Catherine Bigelow for
Like
a
3 years or
a little
something.
short period, 2-3 years. Yeah.
But
This guy playing the head
the
here.
Silverman, yeah.
I've seen him. I see him all the time. He's one of those guys. Like he's in so
Yeah.
many things. Yeah, this is,
Well, he was in the first one.
Yeah.
yeah, but he's in a lot of shit though. Like
Wait.
he's always some type of character like this.
Yeah.
This shot here is great.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Silverman.
I do believe that anybody that has bangs is crazy. So that's accurate.
Stab me in the kneecap.
Look at this black guy in the back there with his big
Yeah.
pouty lips.
Pouty lips and his like, curled hair. Like what is that? He's like loving this.
He is. He's trying to be Reginald Bell Johnson, and he's
Yeah,
not.
No.
You are no original, that's for sure.
No.
Oh, this freak, this Douglas.
Yeah.
Fucking freak.
This is an added sequence to this version.
This scene
This-
here.
Where
This right
where
here.
they go in there and they assault her. Yeah.
Yeah, see, this was definitely not in there before.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff that gets that got cut for the theatrical is mainly just
Here in the hospital.
a sake of runtime.
Yeah. There's a dream sequence too, right?
Yeah,
That later
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Dougie,
Dougie.
do the Dougie.
Yeah.
Oh, can't do that now.
I never saw this.
Yeah.
Are you sure you've never
I've
seen?
never seen this scene. No way. I would have remembered this. This is fucked up, man.
Yeah. I mean, Cameron's scene was like,
Jesus Christ. I can see why this got cut.
well, like I said, most of it was just like, okay. The reason why he had the scene written into the film and everything is like, let me stack the odds up as much as possible for Sarah. Make it like she's got to climb the largest mountain possible to just get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But Cameron's like, okay, I don't need it for the theatrical version.
I
It's
get it.
not necessary towards the overall story. I can remove it and kind of trim an extra minute out of the film to get down to what the distributors want us to get it down to.
However, it makes her beating the piss out of Dougie there later
Oh,
on.
yeah. Well, that's the linking thing, definitely.
Because he just, as far as I know, he just licked her face later
yeah.
on. There's more to it.
Yeah. And the lady on the right, that's Jeanette Goldstein from Aliens, the one who played Vasquez.
Oh, sure.
She looks very Hispanic, doesn't she?
Yeah,
We went through that.
I can't believe that's the same woman.
I mean, she's a great actress. And I think she was in Lethal Weapon, too. She got blown up by old South African dude.
Oh, sure.
They're pretty casual about it. Like, you got something to do with this? These two random dudes,
Yeah.
like one being a
Yeah.
cop, one bike. He's like,
A biker dude shows up. It's like, what's going on?
He got something to do with this? I'd be like, what the fuck is going on
Yeah.
here? Like, what are you talking about? Who did he kill?
Yeah. But I like so much the subtlety with what Robert Patrick does in the whole thing. It's like, you can kind of see, for a moment there, when they ask, like, what's this about? And we had this big guy come by earlier. It's like, he has this little moment there where you can kind of see the sinister wheel turn. And he kind of comes up with a big smile and said, oh, there's nothing to worry about. Real nice. What is the kid's entire outfit?
What's
here?
he got on there?
Got these red Zuba pants or something and
Yeah,
a
but-
cut-off denim.
Yeah, but I
and
want to
Guns
see
N'
what's on
Roses.
his. Oh, it's Guns N'
It's a
Roses.
GNR's shirt.
Okay, I
yeah.
couldn't see it.
That fucking song, man. That whole album. That entire era of Guns N' Roses is incredible.
The very first Guns N' Roses album, Appetite. Do you know who the
That's the
original?
photo.
That's the photo.
That's
Do you know who
the
the original producer was for that record before, like
No.
that
Mike
quit
Clark?
quit the
No.
project? Before they became who they became. The original person picked to produce that record was a man by the name of Paul Stanley.
Okay.
No way. I never knew that. Really? Can you
Who?
imagine how different that would have sounded
I
if
know.
Paul Stanley produced that? He'd be like, come on, people. Let's all get to the jungle right now.
That was excellent. Thank you for that.
Y'all gonna die, right? And we're gonna do it together.
But yeah, here's the flashback that gets.
This is definitely not.
Yeah, this is also
no,
a
I've never
cutscene.
seen any of this shit. This is
You're going to get 20 minutes of new stuff.
This is great. This is what you call pure reaction from me now.
Right, first time view.
Oh my god, is it who I think it is?
Yeah.
Sure is.
What? They got him to film a scene for this and they cut it?
They cut it.
Yeah.
Get out of here! Why would they cut this? This is great. Well, you're gotta be kidding me. They took this out?
Yeah.
They took it out.
Yeah.
He took it out.
God, no.
Oh, God damn it.
You gotta be shitting me that they got it. This is a callback. This is a beautiful callback.
Well, it was the whole thing is like, okay, Cameron's like, I want to try and have the film kind of stand as much on its own. It's like, make it so you don't terribly need to have seen the first film to really kind of follow this one. But if you have this scene in here, it's like it requires you to have the foreknowledge of the previous film. So, not that I really think that was necessary.
Although the dialogue makes it so where you don't necessarily have to have seen it either, because,
Right.
you know.
But still.
This I can't believe this is taken out.
Yeah.
It reminds you of all the little stuff too. It softens her a little bit. You know, the endearing aspect of her.
Well, it also makes her not crazy.
Yeah.
So that could have been
Right.
another reason to take it out.
But she's crazy because she's having a flashback.
Or a dream or whatever, yeah.
But damn it! Oh, come on!
Yeah.
I can't believe they had him film a scene and they took him out. He looks good though.
Yeah. It's interesting when he said that line there. Apparently they hit cut and someone walked on the set and said, "We just went to war with Iraq.
Really?
There's not much time left in the world, Sarah." That's a scary moment on set.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
look,
that would-
man, she looks fucking.
This was great though.
Oh, she could kick my ass.
Okay, slow down. This is a family
I'm
content.
just saying. I'm going to cross Linda Hamilton here, man. She's going to rip my head off.
Well, Lyndon Hamilton then. Not so much now.
Well, still.
You don't forget your first love. That is. Look at this. I blow my mind that they cut all this out.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
Well, one thing that they also cut out, because this is like the start of the entire kind of nuclear holocaust Judgment Day sequence.
Yeah.
But they show that again later in the film when it's a little bit more impactful to the audience. So Cameron just kind of looking back at the end, it's like, okay, I hit this beat a lot stronger later in the film. I don't really need it here.
I guess you could have cut this out, but man, you should have left the cow. No, that.
I wish they still had those merry-go-rounds.
Yeah.
You ever get on what they have been here in this playground? Those horses on the spring.
Oh, I love the horses. Rick. They were wild.
They were. It was like there was a couple there. It might be a llama in this scene, but it's a horse. It's like a pony.
Yeah.
I hate anyone who had a pony. Anyway, those were wild. It was like the rodeo for 5-year-olds.
And also that whole sequence, it does kind of slow the pacing up front of the film down too. So I definitely agree a lot with what Cameron decided to do for the theatrical cut of the film. The theatrical cut does flow a much more linear fashion. It moves better.
Man.
But I like so many of these extra scenes in the whole film that
I don't know if we would appreciate the extra scenes as much if they were there, like
All the
what I mean?
time,
The
yeah.
whole time.
so.
I appreciate it.
I think it's
now.
our love for the theatrical cut makes this better. I don't imagine if it were to come out like this, and then they were to like put out the edited version later. You'd be like, why is it? Why?
Right.
I appreciate it right now. Seeing this
Yeah.
stuff for the first time is great.
This is the longest sequence that got added back in, right? Everything else is just little.
A little bit.
minute here, a minute there.
There's some long scenes later on. I think that was probably
I'll tell
But
you,
I-
the longest chunk of something that got chopped out. Yeah.
ash on her cigarette's pretty goddamn
Oh,
long.
yeah, it's long on there.
Yeah, you should tip that off.
August 29th, 97. Man, that was the night of Hog Wild, wasn't it?
It was
Road Wild at the time. When Hogan beat the Giant back for the... No, that was 96.
That was 96.
That was 97. What happened in 97?
I can't remember.
Man, I wonder what that was the main event. Oh, was that No, 98 was Malone and DDP and all that stuff.
Yeah, that was
What the hell
98.
happened in 97?
Nobody knows.
Was that Luger?
Luger. That's
Luger.
what Luger.
Luger lost the belt back to him.
Back.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
A week after he
I think it was
won
on the 29th.
You're right. Judgment Day. Lex Luger loses the title.
Judgment Day. I gotta look at this now. I think it was the 29th. Or just telling him what he wants to hear. I feel better now. All that shit I talked about, gone.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone in 1991 had a pitcher like that with the plastic.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't necessarily blue, but
Yeah. We filled ours with Kool-Aid.
yeah, that's a Kool-Aid pitcher. I don't even know what I would call that other than a Kool-Aid pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Larry, let's see here. Well, we're looking at. Well, Sarah's trying to convince him to leave. To leave the asylum.
Oh, yeah. She's putting on the most demure front possible because she knows she's just got to get out of here.
We're off by a little bit, boys.
Okay, well.
Well, it was August 9th, 97.
It was
when
early.
Hogan beat him back.
It was early.
Road Wild. Sturgis. Well, very early in the month. To be
Yeah,
that.
that's way too early.
Way too early in the month to be doing that. The summertime.
August 29th was more SummerSlam on the other channel.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact date of SummerSlam 97, but that would have been Austin breaking his neck.
That's right. Yeah.
That's Judgment Day right there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Every time I hear Judgment Day, I hear it in Winston Zedmore's voice. And he's like, Judgment Day, Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Sieberman, bastard. He had no intention of letting her go.
Oh.
Oh, wait till he sees all the stuff with the guy from Cyberdyne. He's going to blow his mind over that.
More of that, too.
Oh my God! Yeah,
Miles Davis? Miles
yeah.
Dyson, I mean?
Yes.
This is also reinserted.
This here?
Yeah.
SummerSlam that year was August 3rd,
Oh,
by the way.
shut
Very
up.
early in the year.
Shut up!
Super early.
We got Pepsi in there.
Pepsi.
A lot of Pepsi in this very blue scene. That red Pepsi stands
Yeah.
out like a son of a bitch.
I'm sure that's done by design. Miles Bennett Dyson.
And the story is that he is the one who came up with the technology.
Well,
Yes.
because they revealed that they found the remnants of the previous Terminator at the factory from the last film.
And he like reverse engineered it.
Basically,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
It was like, we don't know where it came from. It scared the crap out of me and everyone else, but we took it and we figured, tried to recreate the technology, so it continues that sort of closed loophole thing.
Right. But it makes him basically the person responsible
Yeah.
for everything.
Without even realizing it.
There he is. There's the chip.
The microchip,
Yeah.
which, I mean, microchips weren't really even a whole thing. Look at this. Oh, look at that.
What's he going in here for? What's the purpose of going in this room other than to show us? What's he
Yeah,
doing
this
here?
is visual exposition.
He's like, nah. I got a lot of money because of you here.
Well, because it carries on his arc from the first one when he's watching the video of the interrogation of Reese. It's like, I can write a whole book on this guy.
Yeah.
I'm using Sarah to create some kind of career for myself. I can do this entire thesis on this woman.
But didn't he
Her
also...
complete delusions, all this type of stuff. He's baking something on her eventually.
Wasn't he also there, though, when the place got blown
He
up?
walked right out where the Terminator walked in, remember?
Oh,
right, yeah,
right.
He got the pager,
He survived,
Yeah.
right. Nobody
so
survived.
he never witnessed anything.
Question.
Yeah, but still, like, he would have known about
Yeah,
it.
Right.
You know?
Saw
But
shit
still,
happen. They have photos.
He interrogates Reese, and then probably years later when she gets captured doing some weird espionage type of thing with some explosive trying to blow up a factory somewhere, she gets committed to this thing. Is like he's right back in the entire thing. It's like, I can deconstruct this thing and make a whole thing out of it.
He's a real piece
But
of
also,
crap.
I mean, he's right. As much of a dick as he is kind of right about everything. Despite the fact that she's also right. It's kind of an interesting thing. Like,
Right.
she is dangerous. She is pretty psychotic. But you know, we as the audience know exactly why that is and knows that she's completely in the right. So it's an interesting thing to see from both perspectives.
The little more comedy thrown in when he looks at the camera, breaking the fourth wall, like model citizen. Like when he did that at the video I was recording. I mean, so like these little like a random accent. Hey, bastard! It's a random.
Subway, eat fresh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Big in '91, huge. The Subway expansion was starting around there.
Yeah, and you notice the old brown and yellow logo
right.
before they switched to the now famous green.
Before they went to Eat Fresh.
Here's our childhood.
Rampage.
Oh, yeah.
Missile Command? That's what he's playing. Love this game. The Galleria. Still there, I think. The Galleria Mall.
Yes, Galleria Mall
yeah.
is still there. That's correct.
Yeah,
A lot of movies have been filmed
Oh,
here.
yeah.
See you at the Galleria.
They shot Commando here, Chopping Mall, a couple other films.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Chopping Mall.
Shopping Mall.
Available in the archives now. We released it last year for Black Friday.
Good timing.
Yeah.
And malls. What a beautiful concept back in the day. Danny Cooksey with a great trash
Such a
mullet.
great trash mullet. Okay, so let's talk about Edward Furlong for a minute.
Sure.
I met him, by the way.
How many-
Days of the Dead.
Okay,
The one I
yes.
saw you at, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about.
Oh,
yeah.
He's a couple years older than us, and let's talk about how he doesn't look anything like this anymore.
He's thick.
I'm going to go so far as to say fat. He's a fat guy.
He's a nice guy, though. It was nice to me.
I did not talk to him. He went on to have a pretty good career,
Yeah, he did,
and then
Speaking of Paul Stanley, he did Detroit Rock City.
he did Detroit Rock City.
Yeah.
That's correct.
One of my favorite movies. I love this. I love that movie.
I ran that for myself the morning of it opening.
There we go.
being-
Smack the ginger kid out of the way.
But so I didn't actually talk to him, but I was kind of taking a moment with my friends. We were sitting at a little table, just kind of taking a breather, and he walked right past us on his way outside to smoke a cigarette. And yeah, he's just not in good health.
Yeah. And a lot of substance problems.
Look at this.
Look at
The
that.
visuals are just
yeah.
tremendous.
His reaction's very much
Yeah.
like his mom, right there.
More Pepsi.
A lot of people made the kind of like allegories, like box of roses. Got the gun in the box of roses, Guns and Roses.
Okay.
I don't know if they had them locked in that early, but
This guy gets executed in between here.
oh yeah, and he's carrying the Pepsi too.
Oh,
There goes the Pepsi.
sorry, Pepsi.
Sorry, Pepsi. Didn't mean to hurt you there.
You notice how he doesn't flinch when he pulls the trigger.
Not at all.
No, he doesn't. It's such an abnormality. There's like the camera's like, this guy's almost inhuman. It's perfect.
I wonder if how much direction went into that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
did he say specifically "do not flinch" or?
I think it was just something they found out when he was like doing the weapons training and stuff like that.
Okay.
Right to the wall.
That would have been where the robots were in that whole shopping mall.
Yes,
Oh,
that's a nice.
I
Yeah.
love that shot.
That's a nice foreshadowing. It's like the first time you watch it, you don't get anything, but
Yep.
it's very, very nice.
Hey, mister, you okay? He's got the photo.
That's actually William Richer. He's the co-writer on the film.
Is he really?
Yeah, who played I think he played the cop that got jacked by Arnold in the first film
Oh,
after the Tech Noir Club.
interesting.
of course, it won't start. Oh my God, classic film.
Are there
thing.
really 45 little Yamazuki
Yeah.
crotch rockets in here?
There sure are.
This was pretty fucking good because when they're doing the reverse shots on Patrick here,
Uh-huh.
they told the guy who was doing the bike, you're gonna have to go fast, man, because this guy behind you is fast, and they didn't like for it or anything, and Patrick ran up right behind him, and tapped him on the full shoulder.
Really?
He was that fast. He's like this. At the time, he's like.
Was it
almost like this physical? Such great physicality from him because he had an athletic background and stuff like that. So
and do they do that?
Incredible.
Do they do that on like a pull car or a tow truck
probably
or
something?
Like it wouldn't be on a motorbike. It would be.
So, there was something I don't know what were the case. However, they were doing the reverse shots of him running towards Furlong.
Gotcha.
They didn't go as fast as Cameron told them to because he already knew this guy can flat out go right out the gate.
I like it. I love these boxy sedans because they're very 80s.
Oh, there we go.
Jeez.
I bet a lot of people weren't wearing seatbelts either.
Not that. Not in 91, that's for sure.
A lot of the production budget went into this scene right here. I have a feeling.
Oh, yeah. But it's such an epic freaking scene.
It is very iconic visually.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this look back.
This right here is...
He's looking down there. It's like, oh, coming around there.
Oh, fuck.
Jeez, look at this.
Wow.
Oh.
And that's a practical effect.
Oh, yeah.
That is not...
Practical stunt.
Jeez, man.
Or a stunt, yeah.
Missed that shit, man.
They broke the axle on the thing. If you saw the shot before that. The wheels were all out of whack.
So now you got a replacement, a second vehicle, maybe.
I'd imagine, right?
You got to have 2 or 3 of those things.
Yeah,
right?
if you're doing the stunt cars, stuff like that, you're going to have a small fleet of them.
Like, what happens if the first one, the shot doesn't work, or whatever, you got to redo it?
You know you're going to wreck
I'm
it.
actually quite shocked. Like that thing didn't flip. Like, that was a nice landing for what that was.
Oh, yeah.
That's scary as hell.
Right. How do you practice that?
How do you practice it? You don't practice that.
No.
It's like, well, it's go time. Let's see what happens.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oof. Apparently these viaducts, I guess they're closed now. They did something with them now, or what happened to these?
I wouldn't doubt that they probably closed them up or did something else with them.
I read something about them. I'd have to ask. Like,
I think some of them still exist, but like everybody films a scene here, right?
Yeah.
Right.
When
Point Break had a scene of one of these.
Sure.
Yeah.
What was the actual filming location here? Is it just L.A.? Like,
Yeah, everything's Los Angeles.
in and around Los Angeles? No particular area?
Yeah, you can see the LA mountains back there
you
and
can see
everything.
the mountains, yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, these viaducts or whatever they are so uniquely LA.
Very uniquely L.A.
Yeah, dry beds or something.
Whoopsie.
That's a great shot, too.
Daddy, the top fell off.
So, like, kicks just with his hand, just knocked the windshield off. The demeanor is great.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
His demeanor's phenomenal. It just does not change. Oh, man.
That's a pretty good stunt double, too.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of looks like John Travolta, but, that's fine.
Yeah, stuntman Peter Kent, who I think he worked with Arnold quite often at the time.
He looked very good.
Spot on, yeah.
I mean,
unless you're really looking, that's hard one.
Well, I was really looking, and I was like, wait.
Yeah, in the 4K remaster, they at least that one was obviously not Arnold, so they kind of
my bike.
Oh, did they dub it in? Did they cut it in?
Yeah, they did a face replacement, digital face replacement to fix it.
The gun, the shotgun, like flip. The flip
yes.
reload.
Yeah,
yes.
I love that. I love that whole gimmick.
So when we were kids, there was a friend of mine somehow found a dollar store toy gun that you can modify and do that flip with.
No kidding.
And I remember we all went bananas and went and all bought them, and we were just sitting around doing the reload flip.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
I think they had to get a modified one that had a big enough handle for Arnold to do that with, so they're very specific about it.
I'm telling you, though, like the toy we got from like the dollar store at the time, it was so perfect the way it would flip the same way. And it was like we were just all going nuts with it. Really, this was a huge movie. Let's reiterate that for anybody who really didn't live through 91. This was the film for like the next year.
Yeah, I mean, this was like the definitive summer blockbuster.
Now, I saw Robert Patrick's cock 20 minutes ago, and it definitely did not look like that.
Wait a minute.
But I mean, it was a whole thing at the time. It's like I don't even I didn't see T2 until a couple years after it actually got the theatrical release. But
Yeah, I didn't either.
I was you couldn't escape being aware of it because it was all over TV, the music video, and they had toys for kids, and they had the video games all over the place.
The toys were great.
You couldn't help but just be aware of the lexicon of the entire film.
Model 101, gun load.
There's stuff later in the film with certain sequences that they even got news coverage, like national news coverage when they were shooting it.
It was huge. Well, the action figure, the Arnold, the action figure was phenomenal. It had the replaceable arm, all sorts of shit. It was so cool. They reissued it now. Target carries it. I think Necco Toys is the brand that reissues all the old old movie toys.
Yeah, NECA is awesome.
NECA, They did all the Back to the Future ones that just came out too. But they did the T2 ones too. They were phenomenal.
That's nice. Really real.
You bleed.
If it bleeds, you can kill it.
I don't know. I guess Furlong was super nice. He had small talk with me. He's asked me questions about me.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. I just went up to him. I'm like, hey man, I just wanted to say what's up to you. I was a big fan. I grew up a big fan of yours. Just want to say what's up.
Yeah, I don't think he's a bad guy. Just he
looked very depressed.
He got wrecked from all the substance abuse stuff and went on different wrong paths, and so he just physically and health wise, he's pretty beaten up.
Yeah, he looks like he's haggard, and
he looked tired.
Yeah,
just tired. Yeah,
Yeah,
but very nice. I won't take that away. I remember going back to my buddy. I'm like, man, Edward Furlong's a super nice dude.
Now you did not pay to meet him.
No,
right?
he
you didn't have an autograph or anything. Right?
No, he was just sitting at the table. And it was empty at the time. Somebody had just left. And I wanted to say hi to him.
And so there's this whole thing with conventions, and I want to get your opinion on this about the need when you go up and approach somebody to actually spend money at the table as opposed to just
the
saying
social
hello.
contract.
Right, the social contract of if I'm going to walk up to your table, I have to give you money. Otherwise, I can't just go up and say hi. But you have just told me that you did this.
I've done it a lot. I mean, to me, it's not a human being.
Right. I get that. However, I realize that they're there in a business capacity.
Absolutely. I wouldn't ask him to autograph anything. Of my own, hey, can you sign this? Without buying something.
Sure.
I would absolutely buy it at the table or pay for an autograph. But just say hello to it. I was like, I never took that as a big deal. And see, most of them have been really cool about that.
So I did that. Now, my very first convention that I ever went to was in 2009, and I went up to Tom Savini.
And super jacked 73-year-old Tom Savini.
And I did not purchase anything. I went up to him just to say hello, and then I told him that I admired him. And I was with my best friend, Randy, and he couldn't have been a bigger dick.
Really?
Wow. Not
standoffish.
He was, it was very oh, great, thanks. Oh, you're not buying anything? Let me just, okay, great.
No kidding.
Yeah. And we were so taken aback.
That would ruin things for me,
I feel like I don't look at Tom Savini the same way, and B, I feel so weird going up to any table and saying, hey, I just wanted to say I'm a fan, or I wanted to ask you a question. The fan thing is kind of weird to me, because I agree, they're just people, and I don't really get starstruck that often, but I like to ask people weird questions.
A weird question, yeah.
and I love doing that, but I don't know. I would feel it's just there's a social contract.
Right.
I did meet Michael Gross.
Did you?
Okay.
And I shook his hand. Oh hey, Mike Gross. He says, and he stuck his hand out. Oh, look at that. Sorry, Xander.
That's what you get.
The person who describing what you just said with Tom Savini, for me, it was Ric Flair.
Okay.
Absolutely terrible. It ruined his image to me.
Flair is a
real
little
piece of crap in person.
Yeah, I can see it.
Now we did. My friend.
Too much alimony.
Yeah, my friend and I did the paid photo op earlier in the day.
That's unbelievable, by the way.
Yeah.
The shape shifting is tremendous. Sorry, we go on tangents sometimes.
Yeah. But yeah, at the table, terrible. But yeah.
I would feel weird walking up to Eddie Furlong and saying, hey, I would ask him about Kiss, of course,
Yeah,
because
Sure.
that's a thing for me.
Because he's what? He's about mid-40s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
2 or 3 years older than
He's
us.
13 and 91?
Yeah.
He's a couple years, he's
Yeah.
a couple years older than us. Then. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, so that was a nice experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, put it this way. It would incline me now, if I saw him at another convention, I'd probably pay
To get an autograph, to sign.
Because I'm like, this dude was cool, man, and I would definitely do something now with him, you know? Like,
you know
I think-
what? Based on this recommendation, if I go to the next convention that he's at, I might pay to have
There
him.
you go. It's a good
There you go.
interaction.
You might have just made him $40.
Hey!
Oh,
Hey,
Or whatever it works
This
out.
is new.
yes, it is.
I love that you're able to pick out the new.
Yeah. Well, to me, this is fresh,
Yeah.
man. This is all.
And again, these were not shot. These are not from the first film. They restaged
restaged
it.
it.
Yeah.
Which is very convincing that he got the same sunglasses and everything.
Everything. Yeah, they did a good job.
I love that he's smoking.
Yeah, slick back hair, smoking, tweed jacket. He's a cop, totally.
Hey, she's like, if you would have let me out or talked to my son,
Yeah.
maybe. Subway in the back with the old logo, by the way.
Damn, well, they had to get money somewhere on this movie.
I had some today. This entire commentary for me is fueled by Subway.
Now, does Subway still serve Pepsi?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't think so, actually.
They're a Coke.
I think they're a Coke company now. Yeah.
Interesting. Just because Pepsi is also a, I love this bald guy. He's in everything.
Yeah.
This cop.
That perpetual authority figures.
Yeah. Or bumbling dad.
Yeah.
He
right.
plays.
Yeah, a lot of bumbling dads.
Again,
Dougie.
it's a great subtle scene. It's like, you think she's catatonic or something like that, but she's actually contemplating and she's planning everything
That's
out.
great. I think there was a slight implication that the Douglas did
Diddled
more.
her?
Yeah, there was more to it.
Yeah.
You know, because when he licks her
Oh, yeah,
face,
he's
it's
going to
really
do
weird.
the licking thing
Well-
here shortly.
Which is enough for that scene.
Yeah.
But when you add in that first one.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I do like this scene because it really kind of
Yeah.
tells his position, you know?
Yeah. He's been kind of fucked up in this entire
Yeah.
situation. It's like,
And now he finds out that it's actually all been true.
right. And all this time is like, because we're going to get another additional scene here, Mo, that he hasn't believed her. He hasn't kept in contact with her or anything like that. He thinks he's kind of condemned her in a certain way.
Yeah. Man, this kid was such a fucking heartthrob at the time, though. Like, every girl loved him. And we were going to school and being, jealous of Eddie Furlong. Every girl in the world loved him. Especially he was, around the same age.
Well,
Yeah.
imagine him going into school after this movie hits. After the summer break, man. Woo!
How great would it have been for him? Furlong, pronouns, pal.
I'm friends with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, he's 13. He's making his first movie, and he gets dialogue like "fuck you, man."
God damn it.
Oh, yeah. Because you told me to.
I always hated what happens to these two poor bastards who come to help.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
They think he's just assaulting a kid.
Yeah.
How great would that be? Here comes Scott Steiner.
yeah. That's freaking was it
Ice
P-
Train.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Perfect. Like dinosaur Kurt Russell here.
A little bit. Yeah. If Kurt Russell and Scott Steiner had a baby.
Scott Steiner.
How great would it have been to be the kid and like get this dialogue of just cursing and
Yeah. This was nuts.
What? Come on, dipshit.
douchebag?
Like he was gonna go so far as to freaking kill this guy.
Yeah.
It was nuts. Jesus, what's the ad in the back? I'm trying to figure that
I was
out.
looking at it too. I couldn't figure it out. I can't get a read on what's on his shirt either. Furlong's.
Public Enemy.
Public Enemy.
Yeah.
Okay. Not Flyboy Rocco Rock and.
Not that
Oh,
one.
no.
Not that one.
No, not that one.
Both those guys are dead now, I believe.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
both gone. Both do have banners in the ECW arena, though.
I was. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was probably peak fandom at this point in my life. 1991.
He's like, man, what do I do? He told me not to kill anybody. I'm a Terminator.
That green jacket, baby.
Oh, there it is. Does it have a fur collar? You
Oh,
bet your
yeah,
ass it
baby.
does. Fuck yeah. We'll catch Trent up to speed here.
Uh-huh.
There are probably
Long
10 commentaries running now where I put over the green police jacket with the fur collar as being my favorite.
Really?
And I just love it. I think it's a great look.
You're probably getting over at the science, or what's that called? The Belmont Army and Navy Supply.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There
Sure,
we
they
go.
got all those cop jackets and security jackets there.
Looks like Drew Carey.
Maybe a costume store. Even.
Yeah. Dougie. Pescadero.
Douglas.
Dougie R? Trying to see what the...
It's like,
oh,
such
you
a weird
what
thing.
a
I remember,
fucking disgusting.
being a kid and like, what the hell did he just do?
Right. When you're, 10 or 11, you don't really understand what that means. How weird is it for Linda Hamilton? I mean, obviously she's not catatonic
Yeah.
No.
in real life. Like she had to sit there and endure that for at least one take,
Yeah.
possibly
Oh.
more.
I'll tell you about something in just a few minutes here.
God.
Ugh.
Ugh. Like
Double ugh.
the heebie-jeebies. Look at
Oh
her.
yeah, look at her.
Great.
Yeah.
Great move.
This is awesome. She's a badass,
Oh,
man.
man.
There you go. Come on, Sarah.
I mean, I think the first time she showed up on set, Arnold was there, and she came out like the tack gear and everything like that, and he was like, "Holy shit!"
But has she been in anything recently at all? Or is she just kind of laying low?
Well, she was in the last Terminator movie that came out a few years ago.
That was it, huh?
I mean, she was great in it. She was still fantastic in it, but the film was just kind of like, nah. At best, it was just kind of.
I haven't seen
What's
her
the
in
point?
anything in
Not yet.
forever. Oh yeah, that nurse is a
That
bitch.
hair's got to go.
That hair, man. Tough broad.
That hair's had to go for 30 years now.
Oh, she's got a mullet too.
That's
Yeah.
no
Oh.
good. It's all bad. It's like I'm not gonna emulate you.
Is that a pill tray? Why would there be a pill tray out in the... Oh, look at this guy. He just got back from a donut run.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. So more action happening in this hospital than Halloween 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually
Well, we know there's at least 2 patients, so
It's a few.
that makes a difference. There's not much more activity,
no.
but... Where'd you learn how to do this?
At least it doesn't take Robert Patrick frickin' 90 minutes to walk through the hospital.
That's
to
true.
find her.
That's true.
A little more efficient. More of the blue here.
Yeah, it's very blue.
It's a very good look. I mean, this is definitely like signature Cameron look from. I mean, Alien. Pretty much everything he does is this sort of bluish
I love this.
tint.
This is great.
Oh yeah.
That looks really cool. Yeah.
I mean, there's so much the thing with the digital effects. I mean, obviously, Abyss was kind of like the breakthrough thing, but because they had a very like today there's like 2,000 fucking effect shots. Today
Right.
in this film, maybe I don't know, 24 maybe.
Yeah.
So they had a lot of time to work on them and kind of perfect what they're doing throughout the entire course of production. And they probably shot a lot of the effect sequences early in the film, so they had as much time to work on
To
them by the time they
fix
need to lock the edit down. Obviously, this is a pair of twins here.
Are they?
Yeah, no trickery. Just
twins, huh?
yeah, 2-for-1 sale.
Nice.
Ha!
Oh, there we go.
Look at
That's
that.
a nice piece of.
The head turn. He's got the little Michael Myers going there.
Yeah, they did a nice job. Nice job with Cameron, but also Patrick, kind of like maybe coaching some of these other actors who are portraying the T-1000 in different forms that keep a consistency.
Viva, Comet. What else we got here? Clorox, Joy. Look at the brands.
He's got the full slate there. One of each. Oh, there's my Reginald Vell.
Yeah.
Not.
The way.
Look at the hair on the other guy.
Oh God, yeah.
The way the other lady said.
The pompadour and the mustache.
When he asked her if she wants something to drink.
Oh, here we go.
How about a beer? I since then I've
See?
always said, somebody's like, want something to drink? How about a beer? Like, I always say it in her tone.
Okay.
Here we go.
So, in that cut scene earlier with Dougie kind of hitting with the nightstick and everything, they kept doing the take over and over again because he wouldn't hit her properly. And she kept slamming down on her knees on the hard tile, like, time after time. So, she smacked the shit out of him on this one. That was that was real.
Really?
She whacked him.
Like,
straight up.
Like, did she really
One
break his face?
I don't know, but she got back at him for it because
That's what we call a receipt.
Because she kept telling us, like, hit me for real, and he wouldn't do it, and she kept having to redo the take because they weren't getting it right. So it's like, I'm getting it done on the first take.
Yeah.
Now she's going all big boss man here.
Let me show you what hit you for real means.
Yeah.
And the way she breaks his face.
Let me hit you like Big Van Vader.
Oof. Not as smelly, though.
No.
Rest in peace. He sucked, too, though. I met him. He sucked, too.
Big Leon?
He was a big letdown, too. I love Vader. He was such a letdown.
I never got to meet him. He's got a Paul Blart the Mall Cop here.
He definitely does. Very Paul Blarty.
Kevin James, by the way, is a national treasure.
Harley.
That almost looked like the stunt double.
I always wondered, they show a lady here, like she's a security guard.
Oh, yeah.
She has like what looks to be like a broken hand.
Yeah, I don't really know if that was what the case was with that.
Like, did it happen before they started filming? Did she?
Ow! Fuck me!
During filming.
I'm sketchy on it. I'm not really sure, and I couldn't really look it up that quickly.
Ow! Right in the ace.
Rotor.
Stabbed him in the knee. Hit him, broke his freaking arm. Damn.
What are you gonna do? He's so panicked. Freaking rotor.
Industrial strength poison.
It's almost comedic. I would kill anybody, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's such an.
But he's a kid. Like it's the dialogue is from the perspective of a kid.
Yeah.
In a couple different ways. One, it humanizes the Terminator here. It allows him to kind of, for the audience's sake, to kind of bring him towards a way you can kind of engage with the character in a certain way. And also, it starts showing John Connor's sort of sensibility as a leader. He's taking control of the situation.
I was like, you son of a bitch, you shot me.
Crazy bastard.
Don't shoot me again, don't kill me.
I
love that.
It's so
like,
good.
you didn't tell me not to maim anyone.
Right.
This lady.
Yeah.
She's got the broken hand over
And she's
there.
got some kind of like Elvis freaking hairdo.
Oh Jesus
They're
Christ!
all like really butchy here. This like they're like tough chicks who work here.
That's like a prison. I can't get over this guy in the back.
Oh God.
I think there's some weird looking dudes around here, man. Bad hair.
Dear Central Casting,
There's so much bad hair in this hospital.
give us every idiot, the freak-looking thing you can send us.
Give us the bargain basement.
Right.
I tell you, whether she injects the rotor or not, she already put a contaminated needle into his neck.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's already screwed to a degree.
A little bit. That cast might have just been the actress, like, saying, no, I'm sorry, I hurt my wrist. I gotta...
Yeah, I don't know, because she does use it as a weapon.
Yeah, she does. That's what. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't recall what the story is behind it.
I kind of like that there is no story. It's just the character.
It's just natural. I mean, people have bad wrists.
Right.
Yeah. Looks like Ryan Gosling.
A little bit.
I love that bridge of nose and huge shove. That was intense.
Get her.
Is this the scene where she encounters him for the first time?
Oh yeah, the slow motion.
The slow motion, which I would guess is the midpoint of the movie, but not really, because maybe if it was the theatrical cut, it would be the midpoint, but maybe not.
We'll see.
I don't know
what happens.
Because to me, that's a great point in the story, you know,
this is great.
where she kind of gets free and also meets her former nemesis for the first time.
The whole breaking of the key thing.
It's so
great.
good.
Yeah.
I gotta wait for the elevator, just like we all do.
Yeah.
Isn't it the worst?
Right here.
It's the worst.
This scene is so freaking money.
Yeah. And they play almost like the nightmare sequence again.
That's right.
The sliding on the ass and the crawl backwards.
And it's like all that, her whole attitude changes.
Yeah.
Spear!
Oh, that's
Spear!
that's
Spear!
nice.
Who's next? It's going to be Reginald Not Johnson.
No, Reginald Not Johnson.
Or maybe Elvis. Lady Elvis.
Here we go.
Oh, goodbye.
Right there.
I was so done with Not Johnson by then.
Oh, right through the window.
Through the door.
You threw him through the
Yeah,
window.
right. If he'd have jumped through the window himself, he would have lived.
There's your weapon usage.
There you go. Oh, you broke the sunglasses. Now you can get it.
They're not broken in that scene. Or that shot.
Her shock is great here.
Yeah.
She's great in this scene.
Oh, and later on, I want to comment more about stuff that comes up later on, but she is phenomenal.
It's like her look is bananas right
Yeah.
now. Like she's just like, what is going on?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to happen, and she's going to be. I have no clue what's going on.
And you can say that this was innovative, but Fred Krueger did it 10 years earlier.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Old Nick Corey.
Yeah. The psychiatrist guy.
Oh, yeah.
I always loved the scenes where the person who, finally the skeptic learns that it's true.
Yeah.
And the great scene there was just the cigarette falling out of his mouth.
She's like, fuck.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a Stan Winston puppet there.
Similar noise to the what's the thing in RoboCop? The big thing at the end when it falls down the stairs.
Ed 209.
Ed 209 when it and a little like squeal it did.
Yeah.
So he kind of did too.
Probably the same sound effect.
Yeah.
They just reused it.
Yes, this is kind of creepy too with the
just
big blade coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've really set up a great premise that it can be anything, and
Without mechanical,
right. There's
complex parts.
There really is no safety. Like it can be anywhere, anything, and just transfer into whatever's around you.
Mm-hmm.
Just a nice slice.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's like, what the hell's...
I'm just showing for my shift.
Right, I was going to say he's coming back. The shift's over. Meanwhile, here comes this son of a bitch with full of bullet holes.
Right into the fucking
Oops.
concrete.
That is amazing. All of this is amazing.
Oh,
So cool.
A liquid man.
Here we go. Great chase scene.
When you think of, like, famous fast running scenes,
Oh, yeah.
this has got to be on, like, that Mount Rushmore, right?
Tom
Absolutely.
Cruise.
And everything with Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah. Yeah. A little something coming up here I want to point out.
You ever try to drive a car backwards? Even down a driveway, even? I mean, Jesus Christ, it's so hard. Let alone...
He's a robot, man. He's got perspective. Digital perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Just waste all your bullets on this guy. Forget it.
Yeah, here we come. Take a look at the right side of the screen in just a second.
Okay.
Oh, there's the film crew.
Oh, no kidding. That's a full shot of the crew. How did they not clean that?
They did that they cleaned it up for the 4K version again.
You mean all these years nobody catches it until like 4K? Somebody's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That looks like James Cameron.
So the film gear and the crates
Well, yeah,
and
it was
everything
just
and the
a
lights.
giant pile of equipment.
That's funny as hell.
I mean, if you're not looking for it, you don't
I
understand.
didn't know until I started doing that video and someone started pointing it out to me.
Hilarious.
And it's so
And doing
quick
all
that
the
you
rear
wouldn't even
projection stuff.
you wouldn't even know that that's what it is if you didn't know.
Right.
You'd just think it was some shit in the driveway.
I'm sure we've all seen it for all this time. You know, we never thought about it. I love that.
The end over end.
Yep.
Mhm.
As you can see when it's getting up, how one of them folded. a
But
little
yeah,
bit.
it bended a little bit. Yeah.
I do like this, how the little piece is stuck there. Just tosses it off. And it absorbs back. It's really cool. It's so funny about the film crew thing. I mean, that happens all the time in movies, as you know.
Yeah, but I
We're
feel
always
like
kind of on the lookout for it.
I feel like it's usually a boom mic or a little something, reflection in a mirror. It's
I'm
not,
always looking for the reflections,
It's not.
The worst the film is, like, someone's going to fuck up sometime. There's going to be some fucking lighting technician in the freaking mirror or some shit.
Boom is what gets in most often, though, I'd
Yeah.
say, right?
Oh, yeah.
This looks bad. The video, the background video.
Yeah, they did a lot of the rear projection stuff, which doesn't... It's a little questionable on the quality. But,
Yeah.
But for this stuff, like, it's a lot easier to do that, to set up the screen behind you, just run some random footage instead of, like, putting up the rig on the side of the car
Oh, right.
and do the tow truck type of thing. It's a lot more...
Oh, it's faster. It's
a mu-
cheaper. Yeah.
It's a much more economical option.
What are they saying is time-wise? When was the last time he saw her?
I have no idea.
And how long she's been in there? Since '84?
His
They
whole
really don't
life,
say.
yeah.
Well, because he grew up with her, and she was moving around to different weird compounds here and there, and he didn't know what a regular life was until like a couple of years ago when she got committed.
So wait, they don't even tell them what's the break point. What got her committed? It wasn't in '84. Remember, they went to the
Well, no, it's not '84. It was.
They do say
There was something. I don't know if it was earlier or later. I think
There
it
is an
was earlier
explanation.
when they were in the parking lot with him and the Terminator. Then two guys come up afterwards. That like she tried to do some kind of terrorism type of thing to blow up like a technology factory or something.
Yes,
so
yes.
she got arrested and convicted to be committed to the psychiatric
That's right.
place here.
I remember that now. Nice night we're having.
That's a nice bike.
Well, let's start with the old 50s style talk. Say. Nobody begins a sentence with say anymore.
Say.
Oh, yeah.
Say, that's a nice bike.
Say
out
you,
there.
say me.
There you
Say
go.
it for always.
I like it.
You say. Say. Or the old you say. You say over here. Say you're looking for a nice bike. Hey, watch it. Lug nuts. It's so sitcom-y.
Oof.
Listen here, Terminator breath. Detail files in human anatomy.
That's good. That's a great shot.
I like that. Jeez.
Is this the scene where they go in and take out his microchip?
Right. This is an extended sequence.
Okay, now it's going to blow my mind again.
Because in the theatrical, there's another thing they just cut for time, but it's a really good sequence. But in the theatrical, they just dub in a different line from Arnold saying that when they send me out and in the field, they turn the thing into read-only. Or some other kind of dialogue to kind of get around what they were trying to do to allow him to learn better.
I'm excited for you to see this since you've never seen. This is so crazy to me.
This is really a hell of a sequence.
Nice. Let's watch. I'm excited. This is all right here. Look at this.
How do we reset the switch? Well,
look at this happy horse shit, man. This is blowing my mind right now.
Oh, you have no idea. Wait a moment here.
This is cool. Alrighty. I already can see why they took it out, though. Like, it seems like it's making this seem really long.
It is long. But here we go.
Alright, let's see.
He's just got an old fluorescent tube.
Yeah. Well, what is it? It's an auto shop, right?
Yeah.
That's not a mirror.
No?
Linda Hamilton has a twin sister.
Get out of here.
It's a reverse set. Linda's working on the prosthetic while her twin sister is working with Arnold on the other side of the set.
You're kidding me.
Look at this.
That is badass.
I think she passed. It was Leslie Hamilton. I think she passed away.
Look at this.
And that is the chip.
That's the chip. See, now that's okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Her sister passed away last year. Sadly.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the little piece that your boy
Miles
Dyson had found.
Yeah.
What was the story again? Where he found it? What was that? What was that all about?
In the factory at the end of the last film.
Was he working in the factory? Did they say anything more?
Well, we'll get to it.
Okay.
We'll get to it. But this is.
Oh no! That's crazy. See, this is okay again. Now, God, it just adds more story.
Yeah, it adds some great context, doesn't it?
It really does, man. This is a good. I mean, it's longer, but this adds a lot, though.
Yeah.
See, yeah, because I always thought it was weird how she was completely like going with it.
Right.
Like I didn't want to see more of the mistrust from her. This guy just.
Yeah.
He was literally on her ass 7 years ago.
Yeah.
I like this, man.
Yeah.
This should not have been cut. See, like it strengthens him too. Yeah. My leadership.
Well, Cameron agrees it should have been cut, but because it was such a long sequence, he had to get the film down, so he was forced to cut it.
But see that line right there, right. Like that's very important to the John Connor.
That's him becoming the leader.
That's what I love, man. That's
him growing into the thing, and she has to. And this
she acquiesces to.
Yeah. And this strengthens her arc that we get moved on to later on in the film too.
I do like this a lot. Doesn't look like Arnold too much right there.
I know, it's weird because he's
making that weird face.
And he's got the no glasses and he's not in costume.
Yeah.
She looks like she just had a good night.
I know. That's that after sex cigarette.
Great shot there.
Yeah.
We might need the glass there, Einstein.
Let's rip everything apart.
That old trick with a visor, I don't know anybody that ever left a key in a visor, ever.
So
ever.
The visor and then the wheel well.
Right.
Wheel well
underneath. Yeah.
I never heard. Never.
Well, the problem is then everyone ends up learning about it, so all the fucking car thieves know what to look for.
Right. Mm-hmm. I am very saddened that this style of vehicle is not made anymore.
Station wagon.
Man, the
panel wagon is an 80s staple. Made by Ford. I'm a Ford shareholder. I'm going to write a letter.
I'm a Ford shareholder, damn it. And I want the panel wagon returned.
Damn right.
Love how stiff Arnold plays it.
That's so good. Again, think of this as you being, like, think back to when you were 13, and you get to be in the scene, and you get to use all these phrases and whatever. Like, that,
you get yelled at for using
Cactus Jack's Market.
Bang, bang! There's a lot of bang, bang with these guys here.
It must be true, their consequences in New Mexico.
That's right.
Yeah.
He is a dipshit.
But he's a good kid.
Yeah.
I mean, not a good kid, but I mean, he's a good portrayal of a kid.
He's a smart ass, yeah.
A good portrayal of a kid.
Yeah.
This looks extended? Is this? Hang on.
His hair just looks a lot lighter in the daylight. Yeah. Looks a little unusual.
I don't think he's all that tall, right?
No, he's not.
He's only about 6'1".
Not even.
At this time.
He's 5'10".
He might be 5'10" now. He might have lost a few inches.
He was not. This is new. This is definitely an added scene.
Yeah, this whole thing, the smiling thing does. I don't think Cameron felt like it quite worked as well as he wanted it to.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That broad's got a Pepsi.
Yeah, she does.
Man, it's all over the place.
Well, when you got a production budget of $100 million, you need some people to offset that cost.
Yeah.
Dear Pepsi, can you give us
This is hilarious.
Can you give us a?
Oh God!
Can you give us some money?
That's your headshot for the next decade.
That's hilarious. Definitely not a scene that I wanted.
Yeah, but you put it back in because, like, okay, let's throw all the stuff in that we originally had in the edit. Where there's actually like. There's a further extended version that includes like an... Yeah, because I mentioned it, but it's not in this cut because there's a... After T-1000 goes off and kind of like gets the dog tag off the dog, finds out it's not Wolfie, but it's Max.
Yeah.
There's an additional scene where he goes into John's bedroom and he kind of feels around to kind of sense where things are and try to get some clues, and he finds all these letters from his mother... buried in the wall somewhere. That's where he ends up finding out about the Pescadero mental facility, all that hospital and everything. There we go.
That was Bennett Dyson. I always remember that stupid middle name. Bennett. What a dork.
Let off some steam, Bennett.
Yeah, some steam, Bennett. There we go.
Well,
more Pepsi.
this is a... Yeah, I know, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
This is kind of a cautionary tale. There's lots of talk in our current day and age of what's going to turn into the real Cyberdyne.
Right.
August 4th. August 4th, 97.
That's it.
That's the day.
That's the day.
That's the day.
When Skynet goes online, yes. It's all Luger's fault.
No.
SummerSlam was August.
SummerSlam was the 3rd. It was the 3rd. Luger
was the 4th.
No, that was the
6th, the 9th. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The 3rd.
God.
It's all around the same
We're
time.
all messed up.
Basically, the NWO screwed everything up, all right? That's what we're getting at here. The New World Order. That's what we're talking about here.
You got it.
This is what this is. Did I see something about the Russians in there, too, again?
Yeah, the Russians.
We're always at war with the Russians.
It's 90-91. We'll just throw the Russians in there
Why
anyway.
always the Russians, Steve?
We'll throw them in there.
Well, they were the hot button issue
They were.
in the 10 years prior to this.
Damn it.
You still couldn't even, go to Russia.
Yeah.
No. This is definitely an added scene.
Yeah, I like all these added scenes with Dyson because it fleshes his character out a lot more.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love all this.
I wanted to see more because we got very little of Dyson.
Yeah, this was at his home.
Yep.
And this lady's been in a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah, she's been in a lot of Dick Wolf shows. She was on Law and Order for like 18 years.
Oh, is that Tamara Tooney? It's on.
No. She was on the
Oh
original
god,
Law
there's
and Order.
another licking scene.
More licking.
Lots of licking.
She's on. I think she's on Chicago Med now.
Lick it up.
So Dick Wolf.
It happens.
Dick Wolf has employed her for like the last 37 years or something. I love Joe Morton as an actor, man. He's always got so. He's a very emotive actor. You always understand
very emotive
where he's coming from, the heart of the characters that he plays. You always feel it.
What other big stuff has he been in?
Oh,
I think.
No. He's just done a lot of guest spots on a lot of things.
Look at that. We're really getting a lot.
Yeah,
Because now we can actually feel sorry for him.
right.
When he dies.
because this gives the entire the flip side. Because Sarah's hearing all this stuff. She thinks he's like freaking like creating the freaking H-bomb or something like that. He thinks he's some kind of horrible person that's intent on destroying the world. He's not. He's thinking right now and telling us all the things he can think this technology can do to help humanity.
Yeah.
Nobody. Never mind.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's basically saying, leave all this shit and come be with your family.
Yeah.
Guilt tripping.
Yeah. I want to go to Raging Waters.
Me too.
It'd be great if this guy we actually invented the Dyson vacuum, which I own. I have a Dyson. This is great. Love that.
Oh.
That's cool.
I don't know no snakes.
This scene's nuts. The artillery scene. This is
It's like a
great.
scene out of Tremors.
Yeah. Enrique, that's the guy's name. I remember this.
Enrique.
Enrique.
Yes.
Enrique. I do remember this.
It's like, get to the chopper.
There's a chopper. Well,
Get to the chopper.
Subliminary like hints to like his other movies.
All other filmography. Yeah. I love. Remember how big those spool tables were?
Yep. Hey, Enrique, take it easy, man.
Oh Jesus, this guy.
Hey, how you been? God damn it.
The whole thing with Arnold here in a sec.
Big John.
Big John.
It's Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob.
Bob, huh?
Okay.
What kind of life are you providing for the family?
Oh.
Enrique, what is this? Where are you having him live here, Enrique? What do you call it? Living on a bus?
If this were remade today, that would be Rob Schneider.
Oh God.
Yeah.
No. No, thank you.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
This kid's probably got a great memory. Like, well,
Oh, yeah.
that he could like share this like film still up.
That-
That's me.
That when he goes to a convention, that's his 8x10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's me.
He's probably going to try to sue James Cameron for
Yep.
mental
Yeah,
anguish or something.
For endangering him
And
as a child.
child endangerment, yeah.
There's even water in there.
Purified.
From HP Foods. What will that be? Is that a store?
I don't know. It's not Hewlett Packard.
No, that's
and HP Foods. Let's see.
Let's take a look.
Besides of that.
Oh, wait a minute. I think it's in Sacramento.
I can't.
No HP Foods.
I can't see a survivalist bunker and not, unfortunately, think of Laurie Strode in the recent
God.
Halloween movie.
Let's not.
And wonder why they did that. I'm still asking myself years later.
It was like they probably watched that film and took all the wrong things from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't get why Sarah Connor is who she is at this point in time.
Well, and it would make sense for Sarah Connor.
Right. Because, like I said, in the first film, they took her on the ark, and at the end of that film, you do get that sensibility that she's there in the Jeep with the gun and the dog and all this stuff.
Right.
She's prepared for the next thing to come down the road.
Yep.
She's almost like, I know something else is potentially going to happen. I'm going to protect myself and be on that path to try to stop what I know is coming down the line.
But it's also not too far of a leap to think that she would be one of these survivalist people. Mm-hmm. Like, I get it.
Right.
It is an extreme way of living.
Yeah.
And she wasn't there at the end of the movie.
No.
But you can make us see...
You can understand where the
connection. You can connect the dots.
Where it moves forward from that. And when you obviously seeing the nightmare sequence, it's like, this is what she sees every single night. Of course she's going to be driven almost to the brink of insanity.
That's what they're selling us, right? Like she's literally tortured by this every night of her life.
Grenades?
Everything. Mm-hmm. A little bit of everything.
Oh, here we go.
That's the money right there.
That's a great gun. Is this based on a real type of gun?
Yeah, it's a real deal.
There's that smile.
There's where the smile comes in.
It looks like a leaf blower with a Tommy gun on the end of it.
Look at her, man.
Again with the cigarettes. The cigarettes are so off-putting.
Yeah, but she's like 0% body fat.
Is that scar on her arm real? Her shoulder?
Well, well, no. Something, I don't know. Because the one she got from T-1000 was on the shoulder blade. So I don't know.
Yeah. It's a real scar.
I mean, it might be a real scar that just happens to play into her character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently this was the one scene where they didn't redub Furlong's dialogue, because this is before his voice was cracking, so his voice was a lot softer.
Mm. Actually, you sent him back in time, didn't you?
I guess, yeah.
Technically. Trippy, man.
Heavy, as they would say.
Heavy.
It's heavy.
Something's definitely wrong with the Earth's gravitational pull.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all it takes there, Junior.
Yeah.
I think he's talking about the emotional connection, not the penetration aspect.
Right.
Oh, got it.
Right.
We did a full analysis on the penetration aspect. Part 1's commentary.
I mean, this is so much what Cameron really excels at. So much like a lot of action blockbusters, just bang, shoot 'em up, spectacle stuff, and some quippy dialogue. He brings depth.
He does.
He brought a lot more depth to things than a lot of other films were at the time. He brings thematic elements in. He's talking about all the different things and the emotional trauma and how, even though she's kind of this hardened character and kind of scarred up in a certain way on the inside, she still has that softness inside of her. Oh, here we go. Son of a bitch. Oh. Oh, he got the side eye there.
Look out.
He's like, oh, no. If you weren't calling the shots, I'd shoot you right now.
It really softens it up for these weird little moments, because then it ties back into that, when that ending happens.
Oh yeah,
you feel it so much more. Her commentary is great too.
Oh yeah.
I do love like the total mind fuck it is for her,
right?
To see the thing that was trying to prevent him from being born is what
now
he's protecting.
Yeah. Which is a pretty great twist as far as sequels go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's so many ways that it could have gone where it would have been terrible.
Yeah. And it's the interesting thing how Cameron does have like the same situations, but they're kind of played out with a little bit of a different angle on them throughout the entire film. They come with you if you want to live stuff is like the thing you were terrified of that you needed to protect you before is now the thing that's going to protect you. And here's sort of things like some of the action sequences towards the end of the film is like they're more jacked up versions, a little bit more elaborate. So it's like he partially remade some things and also took some of the familiar stuff and kind of turned it towards a different angle.
Flipped the script, as it were.
Yeah.
This sequence is going on far too long for me.
Well, this is going into the Judgment Day nightmare.
We could have got there a little faster.
Yeah.
Well, if we cut out the little part with the smiling bit and there's a little extra bit down inside the arsenal and stuff like that, it would have come a little tighter.
She's completely braless in this entire movie. Absolutely braless.
See, it's observations like that make this such a great dynamic with the three of us and make you such a professional.
Yeah, we cover all the bases here. Yeah. There's going to be that one pervy guy who listens, like, I was thinking the same fucking thing, son of a bitch, it's not somebody said it.
Yeah. And then this is her twin sister again.
She looks pretty much spot on like her.
Yeah.
Man. Like, hey, we're going to make you look like Linda circa 84.
Just tease the hair up a little bit.
She looks a lot like her. I mean, I'm talking...
Well, she's identical twin.
Yeah, so definitely. I mean, like, no variance at all.
No.
That's pretty cool. Ooh.
So much for that horse on a spring.
Go. I mean, this is horrific.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Oh, they really went... You really see the detail.
Oh, my God.
And apparently, I think Cameron got contacted by certain scientists, like, this is the most realistic depiction of a nuclear holocaust on film, and this,
that's ever happened.
I don't know how to take that compliment.
This is
came
unbelievable.
up with the most horrific thing I could possibly think of.
I don't know how you would even film that.
Oh,
the
cityscape. I think that was probably model shots.
That was so wicked.
But
that scene of her.
If that's even 10% of that is what she dreams of every night, you understand completely where her characters come from.
An intense scene, though.
She's sweating.
Like skeleton holding the fence. Jesus.
Yeah, that was awesome. Great visuals.
I mean, we talked about how Sigourney Weaver got the nomination for Aliens. I think Linda Hamilton deserved one.
Yeah, I could see that, man. She did a great job in this movie.
Well, I think Jim Cameron deserves one every time.
Oh, yeah.
He won for Avatar, right?
No.
No.
He lost to
Bigelow.
Catherine Bigelow.
The ex took the statue.
You're kidding. For what?
Fucking Hurt Locker.
He's not a fan.
Oh, yeah.
He's not a fan. Let's leave it alone.
He did win lots of Oscars for Titanic, deservedly so.
King of the world.
He's the king of the world. I didn't care for him saying that, but that's fine. I think he won 4
for Titanic.
So I'm down.
Probably Best Picture, Director. Horner won for
Score.
Score.
Got something.
Producer.
Yeah.
Screenplay? I don't know.
Something, yeah.
Titanic is perfect.
It's a great movie, man. I watched it many years later. I didn't watch it in '97.
I sure did.
I think I watched it in like 2001. And I was like, man, this is great.
I remember the seat I was sitting in the movie theater.
Wow. For all 4 hours?
Well, it's 3 hours and 20 minutes or so, 22 minutes.
It was a double VHS collection.
Oh, yeah.
I know that.
I just recently got rid of my sealed copy.
Did you?
I had a sealed one, double.
So that's really high up there for you, huh?
I love Titanic is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Very well made. Yeah, my dad actually loves it. Like, he raves about how a great movie it is. All right, boys. We thinking maybe 2027? A little 30-year deal for Titanic?
I like it. I like it. I mean, I'd do it tomorrow if you want.
Strap in, everybody, for the next 3 hours and 28 minutes.
I don't know if the viewers of this channel would be down for a Titanic commentary, but
we might hit the female demographic.
Are there a lot? All 6 of them, huh?
All 6 of them. I've been dying for one of these commentaries.
To all 6 of you, thank you. Oh, this is great. Okay, so this is...
Okay.
I believe this is another...
So a few edited shots in here like this one, yeah.
We want to thank Stacy and Topeka for being loyal listeners. Thank you, Stacy.
Yes.
Titanic is coming in the next 6 years. You'll have it.
Shout out to Topeka.
I can't wait for her to comment on it. Like, fuck yeah, wait, you sons of bitches. Did he take in the raging waters? Is that why he's working late? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, that's the implication, right? He ended up taking them.
He took them to the yeah.
But the payoff is I got to work late now. Thanks a lot, kids. Very California.
Oh, yeah, it's very 91.
Very 91. Like, still a little bit of that 80s style.
Yeah, like Frank Lloyd Wright-ish.
Yeah.
With the glass, the glass blocks everywhere.
Lots of levels, like Kramer.
Levels.
Kramer wanted levels.
Lots of levels. Man, I used to love my remote control cars, man.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the decor here.
Yeah.
It's like...
A marble.
African, modern.
Yeah. Man. I mean, again, this is, another flip the script thing. She's become the Terminator now.
Absolutely. That was the whole thing. She became the monster.
Dyson is her from the first film now.
Absolutely. Yeah. A lot of levels.
A lot of levels. Yeah.
Bit happens.
What a terrible shot. Wherever the red dot goes, you bang.
Took all his computers out.
Meanwhile, the kid's just standing there yelling, Daddy, get out of here. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nothing.
She's a terrible shot.
Terrible. She's unloaded.
She ain't no sniper.
She had him, though, in that first one.
Yeah. Absolutely, she's the Terminator here.
I mean, even now, they're playing that. Can't hear it as much, but they are playing that basic theme.
The musical theme?
Kind of like that metallic, percussive sound.
Oh. How brave of this kid to, jump on the body.
Father.
Yeah. And then she's got to go and have a conscience and not kill him.
Yeah. Man.
There's another way. What are these magazines here?
What do we got here? Let's see. Details?
Details. No, it wasn't details.
I mean, it's so great. I mean, when she's 30 yards away from it, it's just something in the sights, but when she's got to look him in the eye.
And then more so when
the humanity comes back.
He also says, what? He's like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Right.
She's like, wait a minute, he probably doesn't. How would he know?
I mean, this whole scene is why I feel that she really deserved some recognition for this performance.
Movies like this don't get a lot of recognition,
No.
though.
You know, these
Your
don't-
summer blockbuster.
They're like, you made enough money. You're good.
Yeah.
Well, they're looked at as a different, like, this is a, an action, whatever. It's not a film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not prestige,
Right.
but her performance here is as incredible as anything else that gets nominated.
This is new dialogue here. I don't remember her saying, I almost, like... Maybe, I don't know.
But I like this moment here.
They're both really good actors.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying, man.
And it's hard to believe that this is his first role ever.
First ever?
Yeah.
No kidding.
I mean, I just like this moment so much. She realizes that John cared so much about her to come all this way to stop her from doing something that she now knows was woefully wrong to do.
I'm shocked it's his first role.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's the horror movie.
This is the reason it didn't get an Academy Award nomination.
How do you know Danny's name? How do you know his name? It's like, why don't you show me your room? You didn't know his name. How would you know the kid's name? Do your research.
You heard him yelling it or something?
There you are. Imagine this just happening in front of you. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is a wicked scene.
Yeah. Here comes Stan Winston's work. That's pretty fucking incredible work.
That is wicked cool.
Yeah.
And they're shooting it from just the right angle so it doesn't look kind of weird with Arnold probably with his hand around his back or something like that. Really nice.
Or in a, holding the prop.
Something, yeah.
Just got to light up that cigarette.
Yeah.
He's like, shit, I just thought I was building a pretty cool, tool here, guys. I didn't mean to cause the end of the world, I just thought I was onto something for some good old-fashioned military combat.
He just wanted to make a buck.
Gonna throw up.
That's a good reaction,
That's
actually.
Perfect. And he looks like it, too. It's not just a line.
Good
He
act.
performs
I
it
like him.
very well.
I'm very taken aback by the 3 wooden bulls that are on the console table at the end of the table. I love decor, home decor.
Look at the lighting rig they got in this house.
Yeah, it's like
very-
track lighting. It's weird. It looks
Very
like
intriguing.
set up like a concert.
H-bomb. She's still a little crazy. She hasn't let go of everything yet.
She's not wrong, though.
No, she's completely right. I mean, Dyson's the idealist. He thinks that he looks at all the good things, the bright side of technology, but obviously the first film was so much about the dark side of it, and it's the two ends clashing. Or even with the best of intentions, things can go horribly wrong.
Little butterfly effect or something.
Yep.
Yeah. Just realizing there's a potential to change what happens. Despite the fact that they're all realizing everything's kind of going along the way it's already been set. It seems like it's already been set in stone, but now we're feeling like we're doing things that feels like we can alter what happens.
Right, we're getting...
Yeah.
We don't want to end up with Griff in the hotel and the...
Right.
Yep.
But I like so much, like, he's just like, yeah, go ahead, we'll just trash it all right now.
It is. He really does just lay down and roll over.
Yeah, it's like
very quickly.
Like, fuck it.
He says, "I quit. Oh, we'll trash everything." Like, I don't know if he would actually do that. Maybe.
Well, I mean,
so what shit? Wait, I'm confused.
With the shock of both what just happened to him and also the reveal of the endoskeleton arm that he's been staring at for years inside that laboratory, it just hits him with like a wash right over the top of everything he's been working on. It's just like, I can't live with that knowledge.
Now, is he implying that he rebuilt the chip?
Well, they've been working on it because the chip was damaged.
Yeah.
It was kind of smashed up or something.
Yeah.
The one, yeah.
Right. I mean, the arm really doesn't give you a piece of technology. It's just hydraulics. It's that's not what makes Skynet. But having that as part of the entire thing, because it was reaching out for it at the end of the last film, so that thing was still intact, undamaged. So it's a nice. Everything kind of fit right in the right places for it to work for this story.
But I really feel like if you don't have that scene where they dig the chip out of his head,
that helps further.
I think that should have stayed.
I really think that. I mean, for me anyway, put the pieces together. Like I didn't know what I was looking at before.
Right.
Carl. Every good cop is named Carl.
Every good
Carl.
Gibbons is it?
Gibbons,
Carl
yes.
Gibbons.
Sorry, Carl. Could have made this easier on yourself. But I was just trying to do much.
Well, at least not like the security guard gets in Die Hard. He gets shot in the fucking head or something.
Yeah.
Gets replaced by Huey Lewis.
That's right, Huey Lewis.
Gibbons, god damn it. Like the one front.
Oh, this guy's a Chicago cop if there ever was
Oh,
one.
he's got the
Come on,
vibe.
man. You
Oh,
bastard.
god damn it.
Son of a bitch. You're really a lazy bastard.
I'm gonna get this.
That's like the start of another different
Gotta
film,
get
you
this
know?
fucking guy.
Yes. Get a load of this guy. I gave him the pisser. Jesus Christ.
It's like the guy tied up in the bathroom. That's the start of a different film altogether.
Well, yeah, I've seen plenty of films that start like that. They don't get nominated for Oscars either.
No.
They get a different kind of award.
That's right. That's right.
Someone got produced by Bob Shea.
Oh, right. Bob, yeah. Bob Shea is still alive, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
He's in his 80s. I would love to meet Bob Shea. I'm always fascinated by the the computer imagery and what that's around the stuff on the wall, whatever.
Yeah.
Because again, going back to like I said in the first one,
going.
we don't ever hypothesize anymore what the future's like. We're so in it now.
We're so used to it now, yeah.
That like
We don't know where else there is to go, really.
yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Look at the size of these bullets, for Christ's sake.
The grenade launcher. Love that sound effect.
Jesus.
Fuck.
Authorized.
Oh, the old halon, sure.
Yeah, the halon.
Yeah, you don't want the halon.
How could we forget about the halons? Only two of them. What about John?
I don't know where he's at. There's that
Where's
hanging
the
dinosaur.
dino?
Yeah, that was in the first shot, too.
Yeah.
Was
And
it?
I wasn't sure why. There's an airplane hanging over there. It's like they just decorated their office with... There's another dinosaur sitting on somebody's desk.
Finally caught up with the plot.
I was going to say, where's this guy
He's been
been?
gone for a while.
Like an hour.
That's my only kind of hang up with the second act. Like the T-1000 just completely disappears.
Well, I guess he's been following the trail.
Right.
That's what it is. Yeah, I'm playing.
Yeah.
2144 Kramer Street. Is that really a street?
I doubt it. I'm sure that was...
Time for a live text session with Summer Zubiri.
Let's find out. 2144. Was it, did they say West Kramer Street? Kramer.
Yeah. That's a fun Saturday night.
Look at these discs. Those look like your laser discs.
I don't know. Maybe.
Like giant CDs in those cradles.
Yeah, this is a fun Saturday night. Trash the office.
There's more Dunkin' Donuts there.
Oh,
it's a lizard, not a dino up there on the desk.
oh well.
I guess they're all the same. One begets the other.
That was a nice bet.
Axes are heavy, and as we've discussed, you love an axe.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah,
Oh, man.
And you can only do it with one arm. It's a nice touch.
yeah.
I like that.
It shows the community. I just like the dynamic of that. It's like, fuck this. Like, yeah, a lot of years, a lot of work. Here we go.
Goodbye.
It's all or nothing. Yeah, this I remember back at this time when they were shooting this, they actually, Chicago news stations were covering this entire sequence they were doing, blowing up the building.
Really?
It was like right on the primetime news.
It does make sense. I mean, when you have this giant of a large scale of an effect or a stunt or whatever you call this, that like this had never been done before. I remember in Lethal Weapon 2, the house on the stilts. They actually
pulled it down.
They literally destroyed the house on stilts. I like that the good callback here to this little gimmick to get the number. That's great.
Well, yeah, again, smart screenwriting because you set it up early on, then you pay it off later.
Right. But these kinds of effects, even the truck on the thing
overpass,
and what they're about to do here, like this shit had never been done before.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's a lot of reason why this film was just so successful because I mean it was just pushing. It was pushing effects all the way, pushing the stunts, the action sequences. Like it was bigger and better than anything that had come before it.
And everyone would continue throughout the 90s to say, well, my dick is bigger,
right.
Because a couple of years after this, year 18 months, whatever, Steven Spielberg would put out Jurassic Park. Mm-hmm. And again, not so much the dollar figure or the,
right.
but the animatronic.
The size, the scope of what you're doing.
That had never been done before,
no.
The animatronics.
And that's why so much that film was a success because Spielberg knew what he was doing with the effects and how to make it awe-inspiring.
Yeah.
And then you get to the end of the decade, and here comes Cameron again with Titanic. Mm-hmm. Again, the most expensive movie ever made. Mm-hmm. And again, like for Titanic, he literally rebuilt the ship and literally sunk it in the water.
Christ.
I mean, it had never...
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. A full scale?
It was probably like half of the ship.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Wait, is the wreckage from that one?
No, it was in they did it in like Mexico, I think.
Yeah.
Come see the Titanic replica.
Yeah.
It's very interesting in this. They had to slow the gun down because the shutter speed
matched.
Well, no, because how fast it actually went with the shutter speed, you couldn't see the actual bullets flying out of it.
I see. I thought you were going to say it matched, and therefore it looked like it wasn't moving at all.
It was either that it was like you couldn't see it, or it was just like one solid like burst.
Right.
Either way, they had to do it where it looked a little bit more like you could see individual rounds being fired off.
Didn't Cameron, wasn't he part of the team that discovered the actual location of the Titanic?
No, he was not.
Funded or something?
But he did. He has been down there.
He's been down there. Okay,
yes, multiple times.
Because he did that documentary, Ghosts of the Abyss.
Yes,
with that,
and then there was another documentary that is available on the like Super Deluxe 8-disc whatever, where it's called like the final whatever, where he literally has his research explain how the ship sank.
Yeah.
They reverse engineered it from the wreckage up.
Really?
And it is the most amazing thing you've ever seen.
Are you serious?
And yeah, so he has literally defined the history of how the boat got from the water to the floor.
It's phenomenal.
James Cameron, thank you. I fucking love Titanic.
I saw some weird thing
There we
about
go. Standing up by the balls now.
All right, so there's the chip, but without that scene with the head, we don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly. I remember being confused about the chip too the whole time. Like, where'd the chip come from? You know?
Nice, yeah.
And why is technically the chip's more important than the hand?
Well, yeah, like I said, the hand's just servos and just hydraulics. It doesn't give you the technology to create Skynet.
It's more of a visual representation of the future, and like
right.
this is something that it's an unknown.
Yeah, it shows like the final product. Like this was supposed to be some sort of humanoid, robotic thing that this thing controlled. So it gives you a sort of a context.
Yeah.
For the scientists. This is great too. Coming up.
Man.
The hair down is really.
There we go. Oh.
Oh God.
Rip right through them, man.
They execute.
Oh.
Not quite Sunny at the toll booth, but
No.
but it's close.
But it just makes you feel for them so much because I mean, oh.
Didn't have to go all in on Dyson.
I was gonna say, don't. I believe the police protocol is to at least announce yourself first,
freeze.
right?
Yeah.
Police.
You can't just shoot people.
Yeah, right.
But hey, it's a movie, whatever.
Felt bad for Miles Bennett Dyson.
Mm-hmm.
He has a family.
And most of these guys are like actual SWAT guys, too.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Very diehard.
Shoot the glass.
With the glass.
Shoot the glass.
Leave it to me.
I got it. I got
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I'll just go through the wall. That's
A Shockmaster.
some of these shots are unbelievable.
Oh.
There's so many great not tracking shots, but the pull behind shots, reverse angle, whatever, down hallways, the running, the car,
Right,
whatever.
right.
I feel like that is a.
Oh. Rip the shit, man.
I'm Miles Bennett Dyson. You guys kill him. He's doing a great. He's actually phenomenal.
Yeah,
actor.
he's phenomenal. Every time I see him in anything, he's excellent.
I say just let it go. Just drop it. Oh, he's got to wait for these guys to get out, though.
Mm-hmm. He's trying to hold it as long as he can before he.
So good.
Leaks out.
This
Yeah, here it
the
comes.
sweat, the slow death.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
There we go.
Wow.
Holy shit.
How much of the $100 million was right there?
Oh.
10?
I mean,
Shit.
Is that a tenth of the movie budget right there?
it could be.
Get a war zone down here.
I mean, it's so much that a lot of films would do that with a miniature. They actually got the real fucking
Right.
building. And
How?
Because I guess they were intending to blow it up anyway, so they just secured it to just rig it.
That makes sense. If
Yeah.
if you're going to tear it down. Can you imagine? Let's all put ourselves in James Cameron's shoes for a minute.
Yeah.
That shot goes off. He had to have been hard for 2 hours after that. Like, can you imagine how good it must feel to
Bring
get
the
that
wife in there. Get
get-
over here.
to
hold on.
get
Like 8
that shot.
cameras on the goddamn thing.
Right.
You watch it from every angle.
Right. I mean, it's a one-trick pony.
It's the,
Look at that with the smoke.
Yes.
I'll be back. Oh my
I'll be
God.
back. And it's nice how they get in there. It doesn't feel like it's kitschy.
No.
Like it is in every other Arnold film, every sequel after this. It's a very organic add in there. Might as well cheer a little bit, but it feels it's right for the moment.
And the movie is made perfect because it was a child that taught him not so much that I'll be back, but the hasta la vista and that kind of shit.
Yeah. And this is a mixture of Arnold himself and an actual like animatronic where all the stuff is flaking off of him.
That's Arnold.
And when all the stuff was sparking off him, that was the actual
animatronic.
Yeah. But Winston, man,
shoot kneecaps. I like it.
Stan Winston, incredible, man. Just like all over the place.
Is he still operating on the John Connor order that he can't kill anybody?
Yeah.
He's not killing anybody. He's just maiming them.
Yeah. Incapacitate people.
That looks cool with the flame.
Yeah.
I always thought this was badass. Literally drove a motorcycle up the stairs.
When I think of these motorcycles with that white front, like I think of Lethal Weapon 3 first.
Okay, yeah.
But then there's this one, obviously. Like that was a very popular style of motorcycle in the early 90s, design style. Now I feel like they don't want any sort of wind resistance on the front. Like, it's so giant up there.
It's not like they just take it off the mask. That is freaking hilarious. I forgot that. He's just like, I'm not going to kill you, I'm just going to take your mask off. Yeah. Oh, shit!
And there's the callback with the key.
Yeah. Again, I mean, everything connects.
Yeah, everybody's alive. They're just limping. Every one of them's limping.
Yeah. Well, they got drilled in the back with the freaking gas pellet and everything. It's like, fuck. That hurts.
Is that an armored car? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. It might just be a police van. The old paddy wagon, as it were.
Paddy wagon. I love him just driving through the wreckage. It's great.
The helmet, the sunglasses.
I mean, again, and this stunt, man. This is off the chart.
Like, there are no computers.
No. Someone actually driving a freaking motorcycle.
Through the glass window.
Through a window towards a freaking helicopter.
And he actually jumps on it.
It's the real goddamn deal.
How do you protect against that even?
Oh, no idea.
Stunt people are their own.
And then this shit, man. Just like, Christ. The fact that they got the reflections in there as well as the guy is like, that takes a lot of freaking effort. They got to go back and shoot the guy from the alternate angle to get all that stuff. And I mean, just incredible.
Dear Academy, you fucked James Cameron.
Sure did. I mean, come on, special effects.
I mean, this won visual effects at the Oscars. And yes, it did.
It did, okay. As long as it won visual effects.
It probably won some stuff like sound or some other stuff.
Maybe. I don't recall.
I can grab it real quick.
She's so
won
tactical.
4 Oscars for Best Sound, Best Effects, Sound Effects Editing, Visual Effects, Best Makeup. So Winston also won an Oscar off of this.
Awesome.
And nominee for Best Cinematography, Best Film Editing.
Both deserved.
Yeah.
6 nominations for this.
4
wins.
That's hot.
That's amazing.
I wonder who it lost to on those the two nominations there.
The cinematography and the editing.
For 91?
91 was...
What's the big one that year?
Silence of the Lambs. Won everything.
That's probably... most likely. Yeah.
I
know it won all the big 4.
They really did that too, from what I understand.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Man, it's money shit, man. God, movies meant so much more.
I'm telling you, I fucking hate computers.
I hate it.
I hate the computer shit.
The thing is, just because they can, they go so over the top with so much shit. It just takes away from.
And my argument is, you're going to spend the same amount of money having 45 people work on the computer that you would just doing this.
I'm telling you.
And it looks real because it is real.
I know.
It's not. I don't know. The computers really upset me.
The irony. My sister does this for a living. The computer stuff.
Well,
that's her job, right? And she tells me about how much goes into it. How many people are
look
involved.
at this.
It's fucking nuts.
That's an actual helicopter actually exploding in an actual car chase.
And they did it.
Possibly one take. Here is an actual.
You'll be happy. JFK won both the other Oscars.
I love it. That's
cinematography and film editing.
Perfect. God bless you, Oliver Stone and Kevin Costner.
Boen goal gardening.
Boel goal.
Oh,
Boel goal.
This is definitely added, right? I don't remember seeing that.
No, this was all original.
It?
Yeah.
God, I don't remember this. Oh,
nothing else is added until we get into Steel Works.
I do remember this. Yeah, the
Right.
staff. Yeah. Cryoco.
So that means that
cryogenic.
like liquid hydrogen.
Yep.
Take the cannoli, leave the gun.
Oh shit!
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's like, yeah.
I'm not in much of a position to argue with you.
Uh-oh. There goes that blue caddy or whatever it was. Chevy Nova. That was Axel Foley's shitty blue Chevy Nova.
Yes.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. You're going to need it.
Oh, he's gone.
He just jumps over. His leadership skills have been fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he is going to be the leader of the Free Nation here coming up.
It was such a thing. Cameron was like, I don't want him firing guns. I'm fine with him like reloading stuff and handing him off to everything, but I don't want him actually going the short route or showing a kid firing off guns. That didn't feel right to him, but everything else I do perfectly with the character to make sure that he feels like he's going to transition from that brat kid
He's developing
into that further leader.
He doesn't kill anybody at all.
No.
Yeah.
Never fires anything.
Nothing, yeah.
Well, he's 13. What are you going to do? And he's supposed to be 10.
A lot of weapons around here.
In the movie, he's 10. His character.
Boel Gold Mobile. It's holding up here.
What the hell does that mean?
What does Boel Gold mean? Is it like a plumber? Is it a plumbing service? Oh, gardening. It says gardening.
Yeah, it was a gardening. I just don't. It's got to be somebody's name or something.
Like inside joke, you know. Boel. L. Wait, it came right up. Boel Gold Gardening.
I bet because of this movie.
It is. There's a Facebook page dedicated to it.
That's amazing. Everyone go like Boel Gold Gardening on Facebook.
Boel Gold 555-8141. Highly recommend it if y'all need some lawn work.
Klondike 5.
There's a whole Reddit subthread about it.
Klondike 5.
While we're watching the scene here,
Get some Yelp reviews.
highly recommend them if you need some lawn work done. Had a bit of an irritating weeding problem earlier last week. We took care of it right away.
Look at that.
That's great. That's awesome.
While I was looking at the Oscar stuff, I missed the whole thing. When he's flying the helicopter, he grows the third arm.
Oh, really?
So he can actually handle the machine gun and fly the thing at the same time.
That's pretty cool.
There's a few minor shots you can see the prosthetic they put on him.
That's pretty awesome. Everything about this movie is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
You can get a T-shirt.
Boel Gold Gardening T-shirt. Los Angeles, California.
God, I love the internet. The internet is wonderful.
Like, there's other people who watch this who are like, that's awesome. We got to do something with this.
When we post the video for this, can you like comment with a link to that T-shirt so that everybody can buy it?
Absolutely, and I will comment with the Facebook page link to the
yes,
like page.
Please do.
For Boel,
because then the fans of that page will come and listen to our commentary.
I'm like, wait a minute, it's not just them. It's not just us who's obsessed with Boel. We'll do guest commentary, bring those guys on.
Yes.
So what first attracted you guys? Well, listen, the way he pulled up on that highway was pretty impressive.
You don't just see a truck with a house on the back of it every day.
Makes you really think.
Oh, look, this cryogenic is awesome. Liquid nitrogen. And it's slowing him down. This is so cool. Oh, that's great.
Oh.
Little by little, even more and more, it looks cool as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Oh.
So awesome.
Everything about this is so cool. Just the effect of him like slowly collapsing.
I
chipping off.
The way he looks at it, like, what the hell?
Right, this doesn't happen to him.
This is great. That's it, baby.
Another good callback, yeah, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
There go the pieces.
That line was everywhere at the time, too.
Sure.
Everywhere. That's one you're going to see on all. I mean, at the time, it was on everything.
How many crew members went and grabbed a little piece of that, whatever metal, as a souvenir? A stolen prop.
Now, realistically, why wouldn't it come right back together, right?
It would after it thaws out.
Thaws out, yeah.
Yeah, after the sparks hit it.
Right, the fire is right next door there, so there's literally molten steel warming it up. So you take your push broom and you start sweeping it.
Yeah.
Notice this fire is hot enough to melt these steel pieces.
Yeah.
But it's not hot enough to melt the people that are standing here.
John Connor's fine. Barely sweating.
What a great visual this is.
I don't know how they managed to do all that. To get the whole roll back together like that.
I don't know, but whatever they did.
Incredible, yeah.
Top notch. Academy Award worthy.
Mm-hmm. Well.
And it won, so.
Yeah.
That flip up of the gun is so cool.
It's great. The gunplay is fantastic.
Gunplay. That's its own subculture, I'm sure.
Probably. There's a subculture for
everything.
For the word subculture, I'm sure.
Were any of these scenes here added in, or
there's a few extra shots because it starts to show that because of the cryogenic freeze and the break apart and all that type of stuff, he glitches out. So there's extra scenes of him starting to mimic different things he comes in contact with, like this railing here.
So this is an extended scene.
Yeah, this definitely was not there.
Where he kind of becomes a chameleon.
Yeah, it's out of control. He can't control it anymore.
Interesting.
What a weird power to have. Like that morphing, becoming something. It's a weird deal. Became a railing just now.
Yeah. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
That stuff's mainly in the movie. This one's added back in.
Like the floor, yep.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
What a great little touch.
Could have left that in easily.
Yeah, I think Cameron just felt like the sort of linear thrust thing kind of. He felt like it got the point across well enough for him. I think if he kept a few extra shots, I think it would have cleared it up a little bit better for me.
Yeah, we're not saying that any of these added scenes are bad.
Not at all. No, not at all. I'm really enjoying them.
Yeah.
I'm really, really enjoying them.
good makeup on him too, because that really doesn't look. I mean, the wounds don't look real woundy, but it doesn't look like he's wearing a makeup.
Right. It doesn't look like there's a bulging piece outside of it, over top of his skin that they're trying to blend in there.
Honestly, guys, I gotta say, it really is in many ways like the perfect action movie. It is like a perfect film. It covers a lot and a lot of detail, like even down to that. What you just talked about.
It set the tone for the entire decade. It's like, this is the film you have to chase if you're doing action films.
Always loved that.
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
But like even but just like the continuity, he kept pretty good about. Like Cameron's very good about making sure continuity stays good. Mm-hmm. He doesn't leave a lot of holes.
Yeah.
I was interviewed one time many years ago for the local newspaper, and it was a piece about the movie theater and me, I guess. I don't know. But I had a picture, and they asked me a bunch of questions. And one of the questions that they asked me was, what do I think was the best period for filmmaking? Like, what time? And I said that there were, and I still stand by this today, I said there are two eras, or decades, I guess, that the filmmaking was at the top of its game. The first one was the 1930s. And if you go back and look at things like Snow White and Gone with the Wind and The Wizard of Oz, and I mean, talk about we've never seen that before. Mm-hmm. The 1930s were the movies were learning what they could do.
Absolutely, yeah.
They fucking burned Atlanta in Gone with the Wind. Like, they burned the set down because they didn't know what to do. There were no computers. I said the other time was the 1990s, and my reason being that, like, computers became a thing in the 80s, but we didn't know how to use them. Mm-hmm. And in the 90s, we learned how to use them. And things like this and Jurassic Park and like the technology of special effects, basically, is the same, I guess, to me.
Forward.
The same leap forward. Yeah, that's a good way to articulate. Obviously, I did this in a paragraph as opposed to me talking now just freely. But I stand behind that, the 90s as a decade were some of the most unbelievable progress, that we've kind of talked about here.
Yeah.
Even from this all the way to Titanic.
Yeah. What's a good take? It's a really good take. What about story-wise?
Well, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Because stories, the way that we've told stories has changed.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's better or worse, but I can pinpoint the 1970s.
Yeah, I was going to say.
As
heavy story line movies. Yeah.
So heavy.
Very heavy. Just look at the classics of the time,
To the point where they didn't hold your hand and nothing was over-explained. Like, if you weren't paying attention, you just didn't get it.
That's true.
And there was a lot of war, because we were coming out of Vietnam.
Yeah.
So the 70s were, I don't know if it's better or worse, but I can identify it as a standalone decade of different. Mm-hmm. But as far as like actual filmmaking goes, I don't think that either the 30s nor the 90s have really been usurped as a decade.
I mean, the 90s had such a range because you had all the people coming up from the indie scene. You got all your
Quentin Tarantino,
the Tarantinos, the Soderberghs, and all these other guys, and getting that thing going. And then you got obviously the action stuff gets hit on a whole new level. Horror, we've talked about, it kind of took a while to find a footing, but
horror peaked 10 years prior, and so
in the 90s, a lot more of the big prestige pictures come into fruition in such a way, the big epic type of stuff. That's not.
If you think about how stale horror was in the 90s, think about the same progression with this digital effect, special effect era. Yeah. It was peak in the 90s, so in the aughts, as it were,
it just got
got stale and blah.
Because So they used it too much, and it didn't look very
Right. It went on the same journey that horror went on a decade prior.
Yeah.
Look at that for insight, huh? Where do you get that on your other podcasts and commentaries, huh?
Look at this. This is...
Ouch. The red eye is great.
The grind is terrible.
The back and forth.
Yeah.
And it's great so much with Robert Patrick, just like he always feels menacing.
Always.
He never wavers at any point in time. He always feels like a threat.
Except in that scene in Wayne's World. Have you seen this boy? Ah! I remember like tripping out. Like they really got him to do it. It was actually him, right?
That's probably the movie that he made right after this.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it was this. That was.
He shows up for a hot second in the last action hero, just walking out of the police station.
Does he really?
Yeah. Well, because it's when they're actually in the Jack Slater movie, and it's like, oh, they got the random fucking cameos everywhere.
Yeah.
Look at that. The blinky eye is so good.
I love it.
Everything is so good.
Yeah. I mean, keep wanting to say it was like peak Stan Winston's like his entire damn career anyway, so
right.
I can't say this is peak because it's not like he goes down in quality after this movie at all.
Yeah, he finds ways to reinvent himself and the industry over and over again. Is he still alive?
No, he passed. I think he passed around the time they did Salvation, which was like 2008 or so.
Okay, so it's been a minute.
It's been a while, yeah.
I know his effects school lives on.
Yes.
That bears his name.
Yes.
It's one of the most highly regarded effects, like film industry schooling.
Really?
Places you can go, yeah. I think Savini does workshops and stuff too, but like the Stan Winston has like his own academy.
Mr. Mean Savini.
Yeah, goddamn asshole. He's probably fine. Maybe he was having a bad day. I don't know, but that's awesome.
Did they show that before? I don't think they ever gave that away before with the feet.
No, that's new.
That's new because they never gave it away with the feet before.
Which, if you're going to turn around and have him morph back, you don't need it. But
you don't need it,
right.
But it is a nice touch.
Yeah.
I liked it better with the suspense of like him, you and him both not totally knowing, I guess.
Right.
At that moment,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that was the thing. Maybe it gave it away too early.
It did. I think it gave it. I like the suspense of holy shit, he got the right one. Oh man.
And that was so much the thing is like why he was like holding Sarah at bay, telling her to call the giant because he knows he's glitching out, and he might not be able to hold up the fabrication.
Here he comes riding in like Chucky at the end of part 2.
Slow motion. This was great.
Blown apart.
Now there you go. That's Stan Winston right there.
Look at this thing. It's reminiscent of The Thing, the John Carpenter film.
Look at this.
Into the molten steel.
And the death is amazing here.
Oh yeah.
The morphs.
The idea was like it's trying to find a form that can save itself, but obviously that's just...
I like that. That's a really good take because he never came in contact.
On top of the glitching everything too.
Because
there's Vasquez or whatever her name was.
He didn't come in contact with anything that would save
Paul
him.
Blart, the mall cop, was in there.
There's nothing he could have morphed to that would have saved him.
No.
He never came in contact with anything.
Where is the chip that keeps him together? Because I feel like
there's the one little thing in the back of my head is like, I don't know how that works.
Because his head has been blown away multiple times.
Yeah.
So there has to be some sort of central...
It floats around somewhere inside the thing.
It's cry later face. A little smile now, cry later, face at the end.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. oh shit, forgot about you.
And now we live happily ever after, right?
Well, you get another comedic line here,
Yeah.
which everybody, I remember in the
This
theater.
is Arnold ad lib.
I'm surprised they left it
I'll
in.
take it.
I don't know.
At the end of the film, I'll take it.
I guess,
I'm fine.
It's a
enough
little
with
goofy, though,
It
for
is,
what it is.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Like
It doesn't fit.
It lights it up
Right.
way too much.
It's not a callback.
It's not.
No.
You know, if
You
there'd have
go
been,
right back to serious here.
I wish,
Right.
like, even if the word vacation had come up somewhere, like in the Mexico scene or something, where he
maybe.
would have learned what that word means, then that would have been great.
Yeah. I remember, like, the theater came unglued at it, but, like, you look back as from a sense of, like, sense, and it makes none.
I mean, I can get it from a certain point of view that you want to. You just have to, like, real, like, heightened tension and suspense.
You gotta let me up.
You
Yeah.
want to kind of. It feels good to kind of relieve it. Whereas the best option to do it, probably not. But this is the moment.
Yeah. Damn.
And the fact that the fact that he's staring at her
Yes.
because he knows she can do it. She'll do what needs to be done.
It's an emotional scene though.
Oh, just
It's heartbreaking.
It is. It really is. It's a heavy scene.
What a great way to just pull at the heartstrings of everybody.
Oh.
Again, James Cameron having a human, visceral reaction.
yeah.
Like, nobody that bought a ticket to T2 said, I'm going to cry at the end.
Yeah.
And then they got there and they were like, oh, shit, I need a tissue.
The order you not to go, that was great. I remember feeling this part where it's like, I thought you, and then this line here is just so good.
Oh,
It's so look at that shot.
I mean, this is what puts the whole film right over the top.
He hugs him back. That's the thing, man.
It's a cherry. Yep.
And then the look over to her
Yeah.
like, am I okay with you now? Hey,
That.
sorry about the 80s.
That,
Right.
But yeah, they're right here. The respect.
So good.
Listen, what happened in 84? It was the 80s. We were all
Yeah.
strung out on coke.
Yeah.
Right.
All right? Give me a break, lady.
But I mean, those are all the character arcs right there.
This was so... I mean, when he gets lowered in,
All
man,
three of them have arcs in the film.
big time. Big time.
There's action films that are starting to get a character arc for one character.
We've covered many of them on this
Yes.
channel.
We've had a few.
Him crying as going down.
Oh, man.
And the different reactions that the two of them make. To John, he's lost...
A father figure.
Right. A protector, father figure, yeah, all of these things. And for her, it's almost... I mean, it's not the same.
No.
No, but it's a
For her, it's like a fellow warrior, a respected
Right.
soldier.
And what a roller coaster for her.
Yeah.
Man, but this right here,
The flames.
this killed me as a kid.
Oh.
Even to this day, this right here.
And this, yeah. Here it comes.
Oh man, that one last effort, and that's
The
it.
fucking thumb.
The thumbs up.
God
Oh.
damn.
Just destroys you.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
That's it. What a moment, man. It gets to this day, 30 years later,
Oh.
and it still makes me feel.
This film hasn't dated at all, man.
Nah, man. This is just great stuff.
It really does hold up.
And it goes right into the street. The drunk driving, clearly, like the waving between lanes.
Yeah, because they...
Yeah, she's left to center.
Yeah. Well, and this was taken, obviously, from the beginning of when they're driving up
Yeah.
the Cyberdyne, but... Again, there's that additional further extended Ultimate Edition version where they had a different ending.
Oh.
Because they end up showing a utopian future where she's now like a 60-year-old woman.
I remember that, yeah.
In this weird makeup stuff.
Yes, I remember
I wouldn't
that.
want that.
It didn't jibe. It didn't jibe with
want
anyone. It didn't. The tone was completely off. So they almost like at the last minute they got her on the phone and recorded it, and just had just enough footage before the camera panned up to see the building to make it work.
Yeah, if this movie came out today, it would be a blockbuster. I don't think that there's any debate in the quality and how it holds up. I guess is Tony Caesar on this list? He's
No,
not.
I
There was
didn't
a
see any names.
lot of fire, but no Tony Caesar.
Who did the score, man?
Brad Fiedel, same guy as the first one.
Great score.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, now he has more money, more time, better equipment. The
Right.
score sounds phenomenal on this. I own it. I bought it twice.
Well,
Did you? Ain't
Because
that?
I got the original CD back in like the late 90s and they remastered it. It sounds phenomenal.
I usually don't buy scores. It's not something that I listen to. I love them and appreciate them, but
Yeah.
I just don't
I'm a
put
little
them on.
particular on which ones I grab.
I do have the Nightmare on Elm Street soundtrack on vinyl.
Yes, you've shown that to me.
It's beautiful.
Is it one of those special kind of vinyl, like color
Yeah,
vinyl?
yeah. And God damn it if I didn't put it on and scare myself in my own living room.
I had the score for the Warriors on vinyl.
Okay.
It's a real nice, like 4 or 3 disc edition.
Sure.
It's nuts, but that's got a great score. You know,
Yeah.
it's one of those that I'm like, it's cool. Like it's got a cool score. I'd get this one honestly. If there's a vinyl for this or something, I'd definitely.
There's gotta be.
I'd pick it up because this is a great score. Claire Sanfilippo. I always love that last name.
Sanfilippo?
Sanfilippo. Great last name.
The San Filippo nut factory who makes Fisher nuts.
Ah, there you go.
Their headquarters are in the town that I live in. Right down the road from me.
Stan Winston Studios.
There it is.
Yeah.
So they're contracted out for it, huh? Stan Winston has a whole studio
Yes.
Yeah.
of special effects, and that team.
Right.
In Fantasy 2, they worked on the first film with all the model shots and stuff like that.
And all of
for the
these people work
future
for
war
them.
sequence.
Man, a lot of these people.
And this is the Forward Productions Inc. or whatever
Yes.
group.
Yeah, Skotech Brothers, they worked on a lot of phenomenal science fiction stuff.
There's a whole team just for his POV camera, his video.
Yeah. I like that they. There's Dwight Yoakam. I like that they put out or separated them,
Yes.
because in today's world it would just be a list.
Yeah, there's walls of text. You can't even figure out what the hell you're
Who's
looking
the
at.
random people thanked in this by the producers? Let's see.
Pepsi Cola.
Police departments here and there.
Anything crazy? Like randomly, it's
I have
like
to go back and run it
Yeah,
slow.
I don't know.
like
down.
it'll just say like things like Bill Murray. Like, it's just randomly in there because he showed up on the set once.
Play the
with beer.
Nintendo game from Acclaim.
I had it. Definitely had it.
There's your Carol Co. Mm-hmm. But yes, Pepsi was thanked in the thanks, so that makes sense.
The Motion Pictures of America, big circle thing. Remember that?
Oh, in San Jose they filmed a bunch.
Fremont, Lancaster,
Long Beach.
Yeah.
San Jose is north though,
Yeah.
or middle, I guess. What they call Northern California is actually the middle of the state.
Yeah.
So,
Because the north, there's not much.
right, there's nothing.
TriStar.
Awesome,
Beautiful.
we did it, guys. Oh wait, there's more.
Special edition.
But
credits.
wait,
Oh
there's
Jesus!
more.
But there's more Van Ling.
Well, yeah, Kyle Reese, thanks a lot for cutting my freaking scene.
Right, he still got paid. Don't worry.
I'd be so bummed. I mean, come on, guys. Gary Summers and Gary Rydstrom. The two Garys are working on the sound, guys. Phototronics. They go by G2 when they're together.
There's more special thanks. We get anybody
Yeah.
good in here?
Nah. It's more
Just people.
Lucasfilm
Yeah,
people.
just people.
Mario Kassar. There he is.
Well, now that that's done,
Yes. Officially.
I think we're actually done now.
Yes, we are finished.
Very nice.
Well, this has been great.
That was.
That
love
was a
seeing
lot of good stuff.
the special stuff was something though, guys. I gotta say the bonus was something.
I can't believe you've never seen it.
Never. I've never seen it.
That's unbelievable.
I loved it. I got to see it for the first time on a commentary. That's the best part.
Yeah. So, guys, thanks for joining us. It's been a very long commentary, but hopefully you've enjoyed all of it. And we'll be back with some other good stuff in the near future.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
See ya.